Bueller. Oh. Good morning. It's early. It's the 6th of August. We're in August already. It is 8:36. We started a little bit late because of people. But we are in session 60 of Odyssey of the Dragonlords. Oddly entitled A Day to Forget. And some fun things happened last week. I wonder what all happened. So we'll do a recap if Arcadia's stuff works, and then we'll get into it.
Okay, I'm going to test to see if there's a echo. How is this sounding?
It's good. It's better than
Okay, great.
earlier.
Okay, so we start the session the morning of our 56th day together with 41 days of the Oath of Peace left. Arcadia doesn't look good, like she hasn't slept very well, and pulls Corbin aside and asks him what he knows about a way of bringing Hatria back. And he says he thinks he knows, but he can't tell her right now. It must have something to do with the secrets that the gods told him in their secret session. He just tells her to think on his words carefully and look for signs. She physically looks exhausted, but maybe instead of sleeping, she was polishing her armor, as Arcadia is going to see Queen Valis. But more importantly to her, she wants to look good to her fellow Amazon Michaela, who is the Queen's Guard, the captain of the Queen's Guard. Arcadia goes up to Michaela, who is standing at the door to the Queen's chambers, and asks to speak to the Queen, but says she would also like to speak with her in private afterwards. Michaela doesn't say anything, and unlike the first time they met, when she was summoned to Michaela's office, is very cold towards her. And when Arcadia speaks with the Queen, she asks about her wisdom to save Hatria and finds that Ileana, Hatria's mate, came last night asking the same thing and was told there's nothing they can do here, but there might be someone in Aresia who could help out because they need powerful magic to bring her back. And then Arcadia asks about the oath. Why can Lutheria and Sidon interfere when the gods, the four gods, do not? And she explains that it's because Lutheria is really interfering with the champions. She is not interfering directly with the gods. And last question, and she asks her where they should possibly start going using the Antikythera. And Arcadia feels that we should go to the Island of the Fates because so many people have answers there, Nico and Demetrius. And the Queen tells her we are looking for the constellation of the Bard, and that is the constellation that Nico knows about. And as Arcadia leaves, she looks to speak with Michaela, but another Amazon guard is in her place and says that Michaela is unavailable at this time. We go out. Arcadia conjures a rhino with her Find Steed spell. She actually extends an arm to Corbin, which is unusual, and he jumps on. We go to Mitros, my favorite line. Amitrius says, "Bye, Mitros, you will not be missed." A few things we find out as we had leveled up to 8, some new things. A crowd follows us for last-minute autographs, and Amitrius is not having any of it. He glares at them, and there's a new aura he has that is quite intimidating. We notice that Nico is moving quite a bit faster, so he actually walks and keeps up with us. And when we get to a story, it's about 4 to 5 p.m., and we see a bunch of people bustling about preparing for the royal wedding. One of the guards is John, and if you recall John, our character Steve, who was with us, for some reason had it in for him and framed him. He got fired. His family was destitute, but he is back because we, after Steve had left, we spoke up for John. And Demetrius wants to go to the Agora to check on Klaus. And if you remember, Klaus was afflicted with the curse of the grave robber, and when we went to the necropolis, we found that Klaus had stolen, of all people, Corbin's necklace. Corbin forgave him, and Klaus's curse was broken, and now he is one of our friends. He is selling hot dogs. And Demetrius asks him to keep an eye out for Camos, because Camos, our wizard, disappeared There is seemingly a total twin of him and Mitros, but we're not convinced that's really him. We go shopping. Amitrius buys some potions of greater healing and javelins and vials, and he asks Arcadia to sell 11 vials of poison on the black market that he's been generating with his alchemy jug. Arcadia goes to the apothecary, and she recognizes the woman behind the counter and sells the poison vials. But Corbin checks, because this is where he had ordered from a different woman a rope of climbing. And Arcadia strangely says, "It's not here, I'll get you one." And she asks if they can make one if she gives them the ingredients, which is centaur hair. And Corbin says, "I already gave you the ingredients." And she says, "I'll explain later." She tries to get Amitrius to give her some hair, and it's a couple of patches. He's a very proud centaur, and absolutely not. So she decides to ask Folon. And as she leaves, Amitrius says, "Ha, good luck with that. You'll never find a centaur willing to sell their pride for gold. Good luck, you're never getting hair." And she goes out, offers Folon 100 gold pieces. He's like, "Yeah." And then tells her in Sylvan, "I would have done it for 1 gold. Corbin buys a potion of growth. Amitrius buys some more rations. And we see a stall that has lots of little wooden figures of each of us. And they are Ken dolls, not anatomically correct. But Corbin's has a kung fu grip. And there is a rather large golden figure of him as well. While we are shopping, we hear a loud commotion, and we hear someone yell, "Fucking monkey," and Clyde makes an appearance wearing a suit and a little bowler hat, but he does not throw any poop at us, for those of you who are in the know. We are requested to go to the palace. We hear Honora arguing with Pythor. He wants her to become queen on her wedding day, and she doesn't want something to take away from her wedding. Pythor has been drinking again, and his enchanted tankard that Corbin gave him, which was originally Amitrius's, that allows him to drink alcohol without its effects, was stolen when the games started. Honora seductively flatters Amitrius into helping move things for the party, and you can see the life leaving him, and he's deflating when he finds he has to work with her fiancé, Lord Bluethaven, to move an altar. They speak awkwardly to each other, and interestingly enough, Amitrius slips, and Lord Bluethaven ends up holding the entire altar on his back. And they move it outside. He obviously pretends to be winded, so we find he is much stronger than he appears. We get ready for the bachelorette party. Arcadia gets to her room and finds a nice dress and a comb that Honora left for her, and absolutely will not wear it. Corbin dresses up fancy with his good tearaway kilt. He puts some pink bows on Vengeance and has his longbow and Vengeance in his bag of holding. Amitrius is not wearing his armor or his weapon. He is wearing a ceremonial longsword and simple cloth outfit with square shoulders, and the golden baldric across his chest to show that he is the champion. In stark contrast, Arcadia is totally armed, hand, crossbow, coppice, chakram, and dagger. We start off at the Dragon's Tooth, and Honora plies everyone with shots, double shots to start with, gets everybody to drink. Kyra is quite willing to do that. Arcadia refuses to drink, but Amitrius hesitates with his own. He thinks it's probably not a good idea, as he just got over his alcoholism. And he hasn't had the urge in a while, but it's a special party. He just won the great games after all, so he tosses the shots back. Arcadia ends up giving all of hers to Kyra. And then we decide to move on, and Honora says she knows where we want to go. And then all of a sudden, we all can't remember what happened. Arcadia wakes up on the roof of a temple, and it's noon. She sees an open window nearby and a rope, and she remembers going to the Rock of Estor, which is really strange because that's where Honora was supposed to be sacrificed to the basilisks. And Honora wanted to meet some people there, but she can't remember anything past that. And judging from her location, she determines this is a temple of Sidon, and it does not feel like a Lutheria dream nor a vision, but reality. She stands up and scans the area and sees people and about 10 priests about a quarter mile out walking our way. And when she goes to ready her crossbow, she realizes that all of her weapons are gone. Instead, there are 2 little china plates on her belt, one of which is shattered and only consists of about 1/3 of a plate. Nyx, her Stymphée, is not with her, but at least she is wearing her armor. She goes to the window and heads down into the temple, and she hears snoring. Corbin all of the party is passed out. But she also sees a man sleeping next to the decapitated head of a stone statue of Sidon. And this is the person that Versi the Oracle had told us to be on the lookout for. She kneels down and tells Corbin to wake up, and he is bare-chested and has lightning bolts painted on his face. And she goes to a puddle of water to see if she has anything, and she has black marks under her eyes and on the bridge of her nose from her eyebrows to her nose. She goes back to Corbin, tells him to wake up. He is dreaming about Versi and grabs her and manages to kiss her. And as he does so, his eyes fly open. He lets go of her with a sound of "ah" as she tries to slap him. She tells him that she's found the guy that the Versi foretold us, and says she thinks the party should be awake before awaking him. He goes to Nico. Corbin goes to Nico and finds that he is wearing very, very fine clothes, a very nice robe and a fine blue sash, and there's a little medallion pinned to his chest that says, "Best Guard Deputy." When Arcadia gets to Demetrius, she sees that his scabbard, instead of holding his ceremonial longsword, instead holds little clay tokens with our faces on them. He is covered with red paint. And she tries to wake him, but he won't. And she remembers what he did to her during the games and pours her water skin on his head. Looks like we want to have gone on an insane bender, as the inside of Sidon's temple is completely destroyed. So we go to the mysterious stranger, and Arcadia says, we have to get out of here. She sees priests coming, and she doesn't want to get blamed for this mess. And Corbin says, yeah, he will too. The Oracle and I messed up a bedroom once, and this is exactly, and he doesn't like this stuff. And Demetrius says, are you sure this is the guy? Because I was thinking we leave him here and he gets blamed. But this is the man the Oracle told us to look for. We wake him up. The first thing the stranger sees as he takes in the 4 individuals in front of him and the destruction around him is up Corbin's kilt. He shades his eyes as if from the sun, and Corbin tells him to get his hand away from there. And his first words to us is, what the hell did they put in those cheesy potatoes? Demetrius says, no time to explain. Come with me if you want to live. As this stranger reaches for his quarterstaff, it is missing, and in place of it, he pulls out a badly carved amulet of Pythor's face. So Demetrius actually puts the stranger on his back. Wow, that's the first. How long have they known each other? 10 seconds. Already putting him on his back. We run to the front door, but the priests are there. So as we retreat out the back, we collect figurines of ourselves that we see scattered about because we don't want to leave any indication that we were there. So as we run out, we see a local police cart with a horse attached. And Demetrius asks Nico to speak to the horse while he checks what's in the cart. In the back of the cart is a large box with 2 latches, and he opens the box and an almost entirely naked dwarf jumps out and immediately punches Demetrius in the groin. You're going to fuck on me? He starts running away, and Demetrius collapses on the ground. And Arcadia gives chase. And you notice at this point, even though she's been kind of sluggish and depressed, but now in pursuit of something, she too is moving a little faster than before. All of that parkour training on the Ultros has seemingly paid off. Gravik, well, our stranger, watching everything but not really wanting to get involved, gives Demetrius sympathy and encouragement. Arcadia calls for Nico. Help me get this guy. And Nico says, I ain't grabbing no damn naked dwarf. If you want to, go knock yourself out. So he talks to the horse and finds out that the horse was stolen by us. We stole the horse and put the naked dwarf in the back for safekeeping, and then came to the temple of Sidon. Arcadia catches up to the dwarf, drags him back by his hair, and he says he was challenged to a wrestling match to the death at the Rock of Estor at midnight with Corbin, who he refers to as the Greased Lightning. Of course, he lost, so Corbin spared him, then brought him along with us after forcing him to drink as many shots of fortified wine as birthdays he had. We asked him, then what happens is we brought him to a gaming den where he was told he was our lucky charm. We partied for some more, and then we took the police wagon, and then we stuck him in the box because we were his lucky charm, and they wanted to keep us safe. He doesn't know what happened to any of our stuff. He never saw us with the stuff. And he was just, so Arcadia wants to grill him and have him recount exactly what happened. And the stranger sees how intense she is, walks over to her, goes to put his hand on her shoulder, then hesitates. She stares at him, and Demetrius is in the background shaking his head, no, 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 no. And he opens his hand, then decides, never mind. We find, though, through this stranger is speaking kindly to the dwarf, we find that his name is Babacles. And basically, we retrace our steps back to the Rock of Estor, and find out that during the wrestling match, Kyra and Honora and a dwarf woman was there. So we talk a little bit with the stranger. We find Demetrius is talking to him and finds that he has heard whispers of the five gods, but he's not really familiar with them. And he asks if he has heard of the chosen champions, and he said, 1 second, and he pulls out a big tome on his side that is attached to some wire hanging over his shoulder and starts flipping through the book. And he says, I've got some notes and mentions of the gods, but I'm not really interested in that kind of thing. I mean, divinity never really caught my interest. And Demetrius asked him if he's seen any giant floods or thunderstorms, and he says, well, nothing out of the ordinary. And he explains that he is from a land called Faerun, which none of us have heard of. And he's just trying to find his way home. But he does want to meet the Oracle, and Corbin says he will introduce him. And this is pretty funny because somehow we misunderstand him. Demetrius says the Oracle is the one that brought us together, and Corbin says she said we would find you. She's never wrong. And then the stranger says, a woman who's never wrong, that's different. And we all misunderstand him and think he says a woman who's never right. But so he's already on Arcadia's bad side. We find that his name is Gravik Thorn, and he is a bard wizard. So we decide to go to the gambling den to try to find our weapons. And Corbin doesn't have his bag nor vengeance. And Demetrius's pouches are loaded down with little gambling chips, and they have the sign of the gambling establishment on one side. And we find that we approach the den. We are asked, why are we back there? And we find out that we pissed off a man called Aristodemus, and he is one of the noble merchants and one of the richest men in Astoria. And we kept on, Demetrius kept on going all in and kept on winning, and eventually won all of his money. Demetrius decided to bet Nico's life in a duel against everything Aristodemus had on him. And Nicodemus protested very angrily, but eventually he agreed, and as long as Demetrius would give him all the money, he won. And Demetrius won. The guy blew up screaming that we were all cheating and he would get us back, and Nico reminded him that the bet was for everything he had on him and decided to take all the clothes off of his back while everyone else looked on and laughed, which I'm guessing is probably the clothing that Nico is wearing, although I can't be sure of that. So we find out that Gravik is a kind of wizard that specializes in controlling the elements. And he says he specializes in lightning, which of course raises Demetrius' suspicions and says, are you a follower of Sidon? And Gravik says, I can assure you I am not a follower of any god right now. Here, right now. And Demetrius says, all right then, but I've got my eye on you. And Gravik says, oh, okay, just keep your gaze above the waist, okay? So we head to the Agora, and a woman recognizes the big statue Corbin is carrying with him and says that Aristophanes, a local owner, has been looking for it. And as we go there, Corbin quickly signs his name on the statue and says, "There, it's worth more now, it's signed." And Aristophanes welcomes us, calling us his best customers, saying that we bought all of Nicodemus's figurines with gold. And the three ladies couldn't stop laughing when we were doing this. And we find the three ladies are the princess, Honora, Kyra, and a dwarven woman who comes running up to Nicodemus, and her name is Phoebe. And she says, "My love, I have found 6 of your favors already, and will find more to prove how much you mean to me." And she says, "Oh, I wanted to give this back to you, and it's a small mirror. I found it this morning and thought to take it before my husband found it." And we look in the mirror and we see our reflection, and all of us, including Arcadia, are giggling and shushing each other as we are goading a wild cat out of the gates of an estate into the back of the guard wagon. Kyra, Honora, and Babocles are all with us. And Arcadia is laughing really hard in this reflection. Gravik looks at her and says, "You should smile more." And she looks back at him and says, "Fuck you." And he says, "I didn't mean that as an insult. You just..." Never mind. And Demetrius asks if he has heard of Amazons. In Faerun, he said nothing really substantial or serious. Most of them are just kind of like saucy romance novels. And at this point, Arcadia walks right up to him and looks him in the eye and says, "I'm as serious as a heart attack." And then Gravik finds out that the Amazons are a tribe of barbarians and do not allow men in their midst. And finally, Phoebe says to Nico, "Can you do me a favor? Can you bring the cat back? Because I kind of miss him." And he says, yeah, sure thing. Cat. Find the cat." "Okay." And she says, "Thank you, love." And that is the end of our session, and where we start ours today, the afternoon of Monday, our 57th day together, with 40 days of the Oath of Peace remaining.
Well, we did have a little something at the end after my power went out. Talking to the pickle and Kyra and all that good stuff. Alright. But, yeah. Okay, so last week my power randomly went out, and we were almost done, so I didn't start stream back up. But we ended actually with them pulling out the pickle and talking to the pickle to get to Kyra, and Kyra was apparently very hungover and told them to be quiet and that they were at the amphitheater. So I think that's where they kind of went to now.
Okay, great. Thanks. I don't remember that.
At the very end, after my
yeah, no, it's fine. I just didn't remember that. Yeah, thank you.
So yeah, we get down to the amphitheater, and as y'all are starting to come up, a group of men shout at you, saying, "There you are. We know you'd come. You're just in time." And then they try to usher you inside. Well.
Okay. I guess I'll go inside.
Right. And for what it's worth, Dan and Scott, they both muted. But, alright. So coming inside... Okay. There you go.
Sorry about that. He's asking just in time for what?
Yeah, and he says, "Oh, you remember, come. And they kind of hustle you through some corridors out into the amphitheater, and they lead y'all to a table where you see Kyra drowsily sitting with a pair of dark sunglasses on. And she's obviously hungover and says, "It's about time you showed up. These men were about shitting themselves, and there was no way in hell I was doing this by myself."
What the hell is going on?
Can you not be so loud?
Okay, what scene am I being put in exactly here?
There's the talent show.
The talent show,
Yes,
and they want me to be a judge or a participant.
a judge.
Okay, I'll go to the stand behind the little table.
Okay. And a few minutes later, a child comes out onto the stage, and thinks their great heroes and the newcomer are coming, and they're
Less
playing,
ass kissing, more performing.
and they're wearing a set of bagpipes. Actually,
Okay, I'm the toxic judge.
yes. Okay, Simon. So this child begins to play on the bagpipes, and they're very, very bad. And Kyra puts her fingers in her ears.
I'll clap my hands to interrupt him, and I'll say, "Sorry, kid, but find some other talent to pursue. This ain't it."
And the kid cries as she walks off the stage.
I'll say, "Next."
Arcadia is just standing here. Are we all supposed to be judges? Because she's just standing there.
Yes, apparently the five of you agreed, along with Kyra, to judge this talent show, saying that that Graphic and Arcadia went to the Academy of Mirtros, and that they would help get one of these kids into the academy.
Oops.
Kyra told who? How did I find this out?
That's what Kyra just lets you know.
That this new man and I went to the Academy of Mitros
That's what
together.
That's what you told these people's parents, and that the five of you and Kyra would take the best person and agree to help get him into the academy. Basically, it's Juilliard for this land. that you guys would choose one and would sponsor for entry into the academy.
Sponsor
And,
how?
I don't know. He just said sponsor.
I say, let's quickly judge the others as well. Get this over with.
Perhaps we should just play along for the time being. Arcadia, was it?
She just looks at him and sighs.
How new are you? Haven't you heard of Arcadia? You know, the great labors, the gods, the typhoon over Mitros.
And while you guys are talking, another kid comes out.
I can't say that I have.
I thought there was no one in this world that didn't know us by now. You're a strange man. But you said a kid came by?
Yeah, another kid came out onto the stage, and they have a table and set it up and said that they will do some card tricks. And
Can we have a performance check from this kid?
sure. So they ask you, they show you the deck of cards and ask Amitrius to pick one, look at it, and put it back in the deck, but don't tell her what it is.
Okay, we'll do so.
Okay. And she shuffles it up, abracadabra, and pulls out a card. It is the wrong card, and says, "Is this your card?"
Say no.
And she looks happy for a second, then dejected. Then, "Is this one your card?" And it's wrong.
I'll give her an annoyed look and I'll say no.
Oh, is this your card?
No, that's not my card either.
Oh, I'm sorry.
Get off the stage.
Okay. And
perhaps intimidating him. Like, come here, son. Show me the trick
Ryan,
again.
you judge the next one.
and the kid happily comes up to and shuffles the card.
Show me your technique.
Yeah.
Wait, is it the same kid?
Yeah, it's the same kid. You tell him to come back up.
No. I told you to get off the stage. That he can judge the next kid.
And the kid looks like he's about to cry.
It's not fair as we go. Like, we're all here to judge. Like, I'm sorry, was Emerdius? What was your name again?
His name is
Demetrius.
Demetrius.
Are you trying to piss me
Demetrius,
off?
yes, of course. Forgive me. It'll take me time to get it right. Your names are very strange compared to what I'm used to.
Right. Well, hurry up and judge these kids so that we can get on with
Besides
our
the
day.
point, child, show me the trick again. Take your time. Don't worry about the horseman.
Centaur.
Okay. And this kid looks like he's about to be
Centaur.
in tears and shovels up the cards and asks you to pick a card. Don't tell her what it is and put it back into the deck.
Okay. He will will take the card out, inspect it, and then he will slide the card back into the deck.
Okay. And the kid will shuffle up the deck and will pull out a card very triumphantly and says, "Is this your card?" And it is not.
The graphic will take a moment, like, kind of stroke his
Demetrius is
stubble
giving
and
him
just,
this smug look. Demetrius is looking at it smugly with his arms folded.
Kid, can I see the deck for a moment, son?
Okay. And hand you the deck.
He'll take the deck and he will shuffle it in quite a flourish way. Can I do a performance check to see if, like, he does it in a very fancy type of way?
Sure.
Okay.
Oh yeah.
Wow,
and then he will-
the foreign man knows how to handle a card or two.
And he will hold the deck out. While he's doing this, he's trying to do it as kind of like in a demonstration to show the kid how to do it properly. And he will then hold the deck out, like, take a card.
And the kid will pull out a card.
Okay, and Dravik will shuffle it again, and, well, once he puts the card back. Okay, remember the card, son. Okay, let's see if I can do this properly. And he will shuffle it, and then pull the card out. Is it the same card? Is it the card that he had?
Give me a performance.
Yeah.
Do you see a 12?
Oh, no.
It is-
Oh,
and the kid kind of looks at
what are
you
the
and says,
chances?
kid kind of looks at you and shakes his head no.
Well, you see, that's what you were doing wrong. So let me show you the correct way to do it. He'll go through the whole thing again and hold the card out, like, now take it.
And we'll pull out another card. Are you just going to
Okay,
show him how to do? Are you want to do it all over again?
Yeah, he's gonna, like, this time he's gonna, like, try and show it in more of a demonstration way of what to do. And let's see if I fail this again.
Do you see a 14?
There we go.
And the kid looks at you and shakes his head no.
Well, he's gonna, like, turn the card over and look at it like, are you sure?
I'm sure. And looks
Well-
at him, and the kid looks at Demetrius slightly.
Demetrius looks
he's
really
like,
angry.
just perplexed, just completely lost for a moment. Like, I think your deck is broken. He's gonna
I
hand
will
the deck
lean
back
over
to the
and
kid.
try to slap the cards out of Graphic's hands. And Demetrius will say, I think you're broken. We need to hurry up and you're spinning 20 fucking minutes teaching some kid cards. Get over it. Get out of there.
Fine. Next, thank you for your act. Exit to stage right.
While
Okay.
all of this is going on, Arcadia is asking Kyra where her weapons are.
So roll me a perception check when you go up to talk to Kara.
Okay, out in the open or in the tower?
Open, fine. So you notice that even though she has sunglasses on and she's sitting up straight, she is obviously passed out as she has a little drool dripping down her mouth and a slight snore.
How many kids? So were there 3?
Yeah, there's like 6 of them total.
Okay, send up the last 4 all at the same time.
Meanwhile, Arcadia's gonna wake Kyra up and ask her that question.
What? Why are you so loud? Why is it so bright out here?
She's going to whisper to her very softly, "Where are all of our things? Where is my weapon? Where are my weapons and where is vengeance?"
I don't remember much. I woke up here after we snuck into some rich bitch's house, I think. I know Honora was with us, but because she kept saying how stuck up and annoying the rest of Deimos was. But I don't know. It hurts.
Arcadia just sighs and walks away.
Okay, so the next kid that comes up is dressed all in blue and has a blonde wig on. And says that today she will be singing a song about a faraway place.
Go for it.
And she starts singing, and it's actually not bad.
Okay.
Something about letting things go and ice and all that good stuff.
Okay, you can
Arcadia says,
go wait
"Okay,
over
you
there.
win.
Oh yeah.
You win.
Good
You
argument.
win. Let's just take her. Fine. Get her in the academy."
Okay. Bing bang boom, the other kids were kind of shite.
Nice thinking, Arcadia. And I will look at the graphic as in, see, that's how you do it.
And the kid will come up to Arcadia and she says, "Can I have your autograph, please?"
She pulls a piece of paper off of the table, and just like she did many, many sessions ago, she's like, "That's oh shit!" She reaches for her Copic and sees this plate, and she says, "Another time."
You can't be like that to your fans. Here, he pulls out. Does he still have the book on him that he usually carries around? Actually,
Yes.
he will rip a page out of that and hand it to Acadia. It's okay. Go ahead. Give him your autograph. You can write.
And the kid looks happily and says, "My name is Anna."
Arcadia just stares at Gravik, and she looks around. Does anybody here have a knife?
Well, I think I have a knife in my bag of holding. He's gonna search for his bag of holding.
It's not there.
I will look at graphic and I'll say, we're missing about 50,000 gold, right?
That's a small fortune.
Maybe that
How
should
did you-
impress
Oh, right.
upon you the urgency a little bit.
Oh, yes, that is kind of important, I suppose. But you have to respect your fans.
According to whom?
Yeah, go ahead and sign this boy's autograph.
I'm a girl.
She looks. I know she first looks at him, and yeah, Arcadia.
And Kyra, whilst this is going on, she says, "Oh, I remember we went to the palace because apparently Corbin really, really wanted to have a drink with Piper.
Oh, of course. Well, next stop, the Agora, then the tavern, then the palace. I can imagine that's about the places we've been.
Yeah, we did the Agora, but we can go back, of course.
No, didn't we go come from down south?
Yeah, but you went to the Agora with the cause the statue of Corbin and Phoebe and all that.
I want to buy some hair of the dog and some snacks. 'Cause this hangover is hitting me hard.
Okay.
Arcadia is angry because she does not have a hangover. She just doesn't remember. She's really pissed off.
Okay, then I guess north towards the Dragon's Tooth, or the Dragon's Tooth.
Dragon's Tooth. Okay. Nice. All right, so you get to the Dragon's Tooth, and as you go in, the bartender that was there from last night starts clapping, and a lot of people start clapping too, and they'll say, "Welcome back. You want another?"
No. I just I have a few questions for you.
Well, shoot.
I'll look around and I'll hunch over the bar a little and lower my voice. I might have lost my memory of most of what happened last night. Could you give me a quick recap?
Well, that doesn't surprise me. Y'all came in here multiple times throughout the night, and y'all, the group makeup seemed to change number each time. Like sometimes you'd have 10 people, sometimes you'd have 5 people. You know, keep going back and forth. I think the first place you went after here was a late night bar, kind of like in the shadier part of town. But the last time I saw y'all, you were in here arguing with your dwarf friend. You kept calling him your lucky charm. But this time, when you had left, Kara wasn't with you, and you lost some of your people also.
When did you last see us with our equipment?
Oh God, was that step 2, step 3, something like that?
Right. And where is the place that that was around stop 2, stop 3?
Oh, that's right down the Agora.
Okay. Then you don't mean the amphitheater, right?
No, the Agora.
All right. Anything of note? Did we tell you anything? Why are you clapping?
Oh, because you kept coming in here, and apparently y'all win some big gambling or big poker game, and kept buying everyone drinks. So yeah, you're kind of the heroes of the night.
Where was this poker game?
I don't know. I don't gamble, sir. Gambling is a sin in my God's eyes.
Okay. Does anyone here know where to find that poker game?
And then somebody will say, probably in the gambling den.
Where is that?
Well, yeah.
I will walk up to this guy and I'll say, you take me there.
Well, I can't unless you've already been invited.
Oh, I'm sorry, there's a misunderstanding. I wasn't asking you anything. I was telling you to take me there, or I'm going to fuck you up.
He looks at you. What are you gonna do? Paint me red?
No, I'm going to beat the shit out of you because I'm the champion, Amitrius.
No, hold on, Amitrios. Let's not get hasty here. There's no need to threaten violence.
Do you have any better ideas?
We could just ask them nicely.
Fine, go for it.
I'm just going to remind
harassing this
everybody
guy.
that Phoebe told us what happened. That we went into the gambling den and won all of Aristodemus's belongings because Amitrius had it challenged. Were you there when I was talking about this?
Yeah, I remember that, but what I'm doing
okay.
is I'm retracing our steps to hopefully find our
Got it.
stuff.
Okay.
So
Cool.
I'm going to visit all of the places that we've been.
Quick aside, hey, Engorgio, even though Arcadia doesn't remember drinking, does she have any symptoms? I know I just said she's not hungover, but is she?
Slightly. Like a slight headache.
Okay.
But nowhere near as bad as some of these others.
Can she tell if she has been drinking? Or what does it feel like? I mean, she's trying to figure out why she doesn't remember.
Roll of medicine.
Out in the open?
Yeah. So you get the sense that this is like it's almost as if you had been drinking, but from what you remember, you didn't drink. It's very vague, I know.
Wow. That
I
is a
suppose
vague feeling.
Arcadia has never heard of the suggestion spell, or the.
And also, I'll point this out. Y'all did go to the gambling den last session.
We did.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
You must have been playing Diablo.
So we visit the gambling den, the agora, and the amphitheater, and also the Rock of Estor, right?
And the Rock of Estor, correct.
Then I guess the palace remains.
Okay.
So I'll stop harassing this guy and go to the palace.
All right, you have not been to the palace and
some
the other
rich
bar.
people's place, the estate where we goaded the wildcat out of, right?
Correct. So yeah, there's a few places you haven't been to yet. But I think the palace is pretty closer. It's probably closer.
Okay, the house first.
Okay. So if you try to go to the palace this way, you'll see that the stairs are closed as there's been apparently somebody was painting graffiti and defecated on the stairs, so people are cleaning it up. So the other way is this way. So making your way downtown, come up here. So as you get up towards this this shrine, you'll see a painted, a badly crudely painted picture of a horse, and it is done in red.
And Arcadia would notice, is that the same red paint that's all over Amitrius right now?
Yes. And you see that Aesop is out here scrubbing it down.
Well, what can I say? I've always fancied myself a bit of an artist.
And Aesop looks over at you, and sees your hands and starts shaking his head. And he says, "It's about time y'all showed up. I was wondering what the hell happened."
Hello, old friend. What did happen, actually?
Well, I met y'all. I saw y'all at the pub, so I had a drink with you. But when you went up to the other bar, y'all, it was weaponless, so no weapons were allowed. So you asked me to take all of them for you, so I brought them back in here and kept them up for safekeeping. I don't appreciate how many weapons you guys have. Like, holy shit. But then I woke up and there's somebody decided to paint a picture of a I'm guessing that's a sheep out here, so now I'm cleaning it up.
Well, whoever did that, I'm sure they're very sorry about it.
And he looks at you and says, "Yeah, I'm sure they are," as your hands are still covered in red.
Well, I'd like to thank you for safeguarding our items. Was Arcadia there by chance? during your drinking?
Yeah.
Was she drinking?
She was drinking something.
Oh, that explains. I knew you would take a drink. I knew you'd take a drink, Arcadia.
And she says, "What was I drinking?"
Well, if I know, I didn't have any of that kind of stuff. Like something about a tea. It was long. I don't know.
I wasn't drinking water.
Not at that point.
Don't tell me this is your first time getting drunk, Arcadia.
Havoc hearing this is going to look a little guilty. And he's just like, oh shit. Did he actually fall for that? No.
And these will say, "Well, I'm going to go back to scrubbing up this mural of this sheep. Your weapons are inside. Feel free to grab them."
And
I'll tell
what-
Graphic, can you help this guy clean up with your wizard magic?
Maybe. Take a look at what he's cleaning and just kind of like he'll try and use prestidigitation to clean it up.
Yeah, that'll work.
Okay, so he'll just like kind of wave his hand over it, and all like the grime and paint just falls off and hits the ground and just kind of scatters. I think you can sweep that up, can't you?
Yeah. I appreciate it. You're Graphic, aren't you?
Oh, so you've heard of me?
I know things, or I hear things that you've been kind of skulking around town asking people things and getting in good with the party here. And last night you kept spouting on about coming from some strange land, that you're chosen by something, some Baha something, and yeah.
Well, that's does sound like me. I don't really appreciate the skulking part, but I prefer like just socializing sounds so much better. Don't you agree?
Hold on. Are you
Right.
responsible for this entire mess?
That is a. How could you accuse me of something like that? Of course not.
It's a bit strange that you suddenly show up, you act all buddy with the famous heroes who you claim not to know, and suddenly all of our stuff is stolen.
For all, like, for all I or you know, like, you could have dragged me into this. Like,
Why would I drag
Like, you
you,
don't
some
know.
nobody, into this?
well, I'm a very charming person, obviously.
Well, that's not, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm not into you, my friend.
I didn't mean it like that, but maybe I just bought your a few rounds, maybe, and you decide to pull me along into your group.
Well, you know magic, so at least you're somewhat useful.
I will choose
But,
to take that as a compliment.
I still think you're strange, so I'm keeping my eye on you, Mr. Outlander.
Well, I think everyone here is a little strange, so I don't think that's a bad thing.
What's strange about us?
I'm sorry. It's it's a little hard because I'm hearing like little echoes. Did Gravik just say that you bought everybody rounds?
He like I. That's
Oh, okay. Okay,
Yeah.
never mind. Sorry for interrupting. Go ahead.
So I guess we go in and we take our weapons back. What other stuff is there?
Okay. Yeah, everything is there. Nothing's missing.
Okay,
Everything's intact.
Okay, couple things. When Demetrius asked, I'm just retconning a little bit. When Demetrius asked Arcadia, had she ever gotten drunk before? You would probably see something go across her face that makes her like recognizes something and then makes her really sad. And the other question is, did when Gravik, when you were saying all that stuff, like, did you really fall for that? You didn't say that loud enough for her to hear it, correct?
He kind of whispered it.
Okay, but to himself.
Yeah,
Okay, so she wouldn't have heard that.
well, like, unless she was listening.
No. Okay.
Okay. I'll say, well, now that we have our stuff back, what's the plan?
Did you get all your money back?
Yes.
Or we just have our weapons now, correct?
No, he said everything.
Everything except for Vengeance and Nyx. Nora's not there, you know.
All right. A few,
Okay, so-
except for a few party members.
Correct.
So for Corbin's bag of holding is not there then, because Vengeance was in it, correct?
Correct. And I'm assuming Arcadia kind of wants Nyx.
Well,
Oh, of
let's,
course. Yeah.
I guess the palace is what remains for us to check,
Okay.
And the estate.
and the estate.
Okay. So coming towards the palace, these guards here, they seem very tired and short on patience as they're looking at you wearily. And one of the servants, like one of the head servant, will come up and tell you that he's worried about the princess. Have you seen her? You brought a Ralph. I think you brought a large number of civilians to your room last night, and stayed for a while, demanding wine and ale and cheese and potatoes. Of course, it's nothing I'm not used to with Pythor, but with all of you, that was a lot.
Okay. Well, did we leave anything here in the palace?
We haven't been in there yet because we keep hearing some animalistic noise.
Okay, you need to take us there.
You know where your rooms are.
I think that's yes. In our room? Okay.
Is that really the best idea if there's hearing sounds like that? Perhaps
I'm pretty sure that's our
privacy
dragon.
is in order. Your dragon.
Our dragon, yes.
You have a dragon.
Hmm.
Okay.
So we go into the palace and move towards the rooms where the noise is coming from.
Okay. Do you go into the rooms?
Yes.
Cool. So
But what do we hear first?
Oh, I don't know. Are you gonna listen? You hear slight growling and someone sounds like a person groaning.
Oh, then let's go inside. Yeah.
Okay. So coming inside of the room, this room is completely trashed. There's pillows and bedding all over the floor, empty bottles and pans of cheesy potatoes everywhere. You also see Pythor, Full Monty spread out on the ground, passed out, snoring and making the groaning noises. And then farther down the hall, like behind a closed door, you hear some growling.
That can only be a good sign.
Arcadia readies her crossbow.
Should we help the king?
And Arcadia just
No.
looks at him and says no. And walks past towards the ground.
Wow.
Does she have a problem with she seems to have a problem with a lot of things. He's just gonna follow after Acadia.
Wow. They've been 4 or 5
She,
years.
that would actually be her dad.
She's a princess.
Correct.
She doesn't dress like one.
Are you trying to get your ass kicked?
Not particularly. I do tend to open my mouth quite often, but I mean, usually you don't see princess warriors.
Do you know what Pythor is?
Uh, Something about a god king, but I figured that was
Yes.
just
He's one of the 5
Uh,
gods. And I point
he's gonna
down at him,
stop.
and Pythor is just laying there covered in food, being overweight and snoring and looking greasy. That is the god of battle.
Gravik will stop, kind of like lean on his quarter staff and just like arch his head kind of to the side as he like looks over at Pythor. He just like, huh.
Would you believe me if I
You're-
tell you he
you're-
could lift me with 1 finger?
Like I don't want to be rude, but your class of gods, like a pickle, this, like, I think you got to increase the quality of gods. Like, what are you
Oh
doing?
yeah, sure. Let me just you know, get right on that. Let me just replace the gods with new ones. What a great
I
idea.
mean, there's a bunch of other gods you could worship, like
Like?
Bahamut.
Who the hell is Bahamut?
I'll explain it to you later. Probably, well, no, you probably wouldn't like him, but either way, you got to hold your gods to a higher standard. Jeez,
Nobody.
wow.
I fought him once, you know. I fought Pythor once. You know what happened?
He rolled over.
No. He hit me so hard I woke up 2 days later.
Oh,
Apparently he sent me flying.
it's fair, I suppose, but
You'll just learn. Don't mess with them. Or, you know.
I won't. But at the same time, wow,
Yep.
he's just gonna turn around and start falling back, trying to catch up to Arcadia.
Pants
Yeah,
grab.
same.
Okay. So, Matrix, you noticed that too, by the way. So, going towards where Arcadia is, you hear the growling starts to grow a little louder.
Do I
So she-
recognize
she can
that
leave-
as a specific type of animal from my days in the arena fighting exotic animals?
Roll history.
Oh, sorry. I meant to put that. Never mind.
Oh no!
You do not.
Would Arcadia recognize it as anything she has hunted on the island of Venus?
Roll history. She would not.
While they're doing this, like trying to figure it out, I'll roll a history check too to see if he is have any experience with this.
So, Gravik, you know this animal. This sounds a lot like something you encountered on the island of Chult. It sounds like a big cat.
He's gonna freeze, just it really like put the slam the head of his quarterstaff down really hard to try to get everyone's attention. Just like probably shouldn't open that door
Why not?
because there's probably a very angry feline in there.
Don't be silly. That's a dragon. I've traveled with a dragon. I know what a dragon sounds like, and I opened the door.
Okay. So, when you open the door, this animal pounces on you and starts licking your face.
Okay. I guess my proficiency in animal handling is good for something.
So
I clearly immediately
dragon.
shocked. And I say, hey there, little guy, and try to calm it down a little bit and make it behave a little bit with this.
Yeah.
Demetrius, what kind of dragon is that?
Oh, shut up!
And when you do that, it starts sniffing you, and it like plops down like kind of like on its haunches, and then gives you its front paw, and it like holds out its front paw.
See, I know what I'm doing.
At least it's tame. Yes.
Arcadia says, I think this is Phoebe's cat.
Who? Phoebe's
Phoebe.
cat?
Yes. Phoebe told Nico to look for her cat, the wild cat that we goaded out of an estate. And she said
Oh,
And you all have a flashback of the mirror that you looked at like an hour and a half ago, and when all of you were happy and coaxing this big ass cat into the back of the wagon.
oh yeah, I remember that.
And Arcadia's laughing.
Well, I guess we go and bring her back.
When you say that the cat kind of meow growls, like makes like a little chirp sound.
Who's a good girl? And I'll give it a little pat.
And it like kind of moves its hand away, or like its head away from you, and then makes another chirp sound, and like gives it like kind of tries to paw at you a little bit.
What is it, buddy?
And it sounds like this.
What do you want? I try to decipher its cat language. See what it's trying to communicate.
It starts sniffing your pack, and like kind of paws at your pack.
I just bought those rations.
And it sounds like this again.
All right, I'll take out some rations. Feed it to the cat. 10 rations.
Okay.
I appreciate that probably feeding him is a good idea, but shouldn't we probably return this animal?
Yes, good idea. Let's go.
And after it eats, it rolls down onto its back and like shows its belly, and makes a little chirp.
I'll crouch down and begin rubbing its belly.
Yeah, that's a
And,
okay.
and as soon as you do that, have you ever heard of the term trap belly?
Yeah, I don't know. Arcadia opens her mouth and gets no further than that, having had experience with Piggy.
Yeah, so trap belly is in effect. As soon as you go to pet its belly, it like kind of grabs onto you with all four paws and starts biting your arm a little bit.
I will smile and tears will form in my eyes as I ignore the pain as I'm bleeding pretty heavily.
Yeah. Yeah, I was gonna
Good girl.
look over at Arcadia, just like he's the type that leaps before he looks, isn't he?
She'll just nod at you.
He'll nod along with her and just turn and watch the maiming of Dimitri.
And I'll get back up and I'll cast some lay on hands on my wounds.
All right.
And I guess go to the estate with the tiger.
Well, before we do that, let's do this. One from Arcadia, please. Thank you. Alright, so Gravik, you notice that also inside of this room, it's obviously a female's room, and you see kind of like in the corner a statue, one of those little statues of Nicodemus, kind of just chilling in the corner, and like kind of pinned to it is a note.
Okay, Gravik will look at the party, like kind of like raise an eyebrow, but walk over to the statue of Nicodemus and just kind of pull the note off and start hoping that it's in common and starts trying to read it.
Can he read?
Yes, he can.
Okay.
Can he read ancient Greece?
He, probably not.
It's common. So in a very very feminine handwriting, it's very sloppy. It says, "Gone temple, don't wait up."
Kind of like again, just kind of like look the note over, trying to find if there's anything else to it, and just like as he sees nothing, he'll just kind of like hand it to Acadia. That's like, is this where we were?
Foreign
Like,
name state
temple?
practice.
And he'll just kind of like pass it over.
And then she takes a look at it, and she's wondering if that when we went to Sidon's temple. But she doesn't understand. It's a feminine handwriting. She doesn't recognize this as her handwriting, does she?
It is not your handwriting.
Thank God.
Could you imagine?
But it's feminine handwriting. Dawn Temple, don't wait up. Is there another temple around that she would know about, having spent all a year in Astoria?
The only temples that are in this area are the one for Sidon, one for Lutheria, and then one for the five gods.
Have we been to the Five Gods one yet?
We have not.
And
The
Sidon.
only one we've been to is the Sidon, which we apparently destroyed.
Well, you know, he had it coming.
And while you guys are doing this, you hear Pythor in the back. Perseus, leave me alone.
I'll just ignore him. I'll keep the cat mounted on my back.
Oh, the
Just
cat.
sit there.
The cat is not in the room.
Where did it go?
After it gave you the trap belly, it went into the other room.
Well,
Wait, the
try
room
to
with the
trail
unconscious
after the-
Pythor?
I don't know.
Okay, so as this happens, after he has a note, he's
Okay,
gonna like
ooh.
look around, like, where'd the tiger go?
Thank you.
What the hell's a tiger? It's a wildcat.
That's my coffee.
Whatever. Where'd the feline go? Where you had it, didn't you? How do you lose it?
What's a feline?
No, Perseus, these are my cheesy potatoes. Bad cat.
Perseus? Oh, Perseus! Oh, Arcadia hears this. She goes, Perseus! Perseus!
And the cat, you hear the cat in the background making a chirp.
Oh,
She's gonna go
wait, that's
see where
Pythor's cat?
Perseus has gone to.
I was actually gonna steal it. What? I want a cool cat on the Ultras.
No, but this is the cat we recognize taking out of the estate, correct?
Correct.
Then how does Pythor
Yeah.
know this cat?
Someone might have told him its name.
Oh, okay. Well, then in that case, I can still steal it.
And you hear Pythor, no, Perseus, psst, psst, get out of here.
I'll
So
say,
after hearing this, Gravik's going to like kind of sigh and walk into the next room to see if what's going on with Pythor and Perseus.
And they appear to be they're both on the ground. They appear to be kind of wrestling toward the same like platter of food. Like the cat's trying to eat the food and Pythor's trying to get away from her.
Gravik will stop and just watch. And has anyone come out to follow Gravik
Yes.
to witness this? Okay, he'll look at God, your name keeps slipping from my mind.
Oh, it's on the screen.
Demetrius.
Demetrius.
I know it's hard. It's okay, whatever. Demetrius, you like turn his head towards you and just be like, "How much you want to bet the Tiger wins?"
I'll take that bet. I'll bet on Pythor. How about 100 gold?
100 gold sounds fair. Let's see what happens. And with that, he's not going to try and help or say anything as this
Same.
is happening, and he's just going to watch.
Same.
Okay. I will roll
Arcadia just says, "You men and your gambling." As she recalls, their first session we had, that Corbin and Demetrius had that fight. They fought each other for the gambling thing.
So,
This isn't really about the gambling. It's more entertaining, honestly.
so
And she says, "I don't have time for entertainment."
and you hear when you say that, Pythor says, "Are you not entertained?"
Come on, Pythor, put your back into it.
And
Gothic will bang his quarterstaff on the ground as like encouragement.
So I'll roll 1 through 50. The cat wins. 51 to 100. Pythor wins.
Come on, Pythor has 30 strength.
Come on, babe.
The cat wins.
Yes. He's gonna turn to Demetrius and just be like, "You can pay me later."
No, I'll give him 100 gold right now, and I'll say, he let Perseus win. Come on, Perseus, we're going. Do you want to join the party, Perseus? Want to adventure with us?
So when when she wins or gets the painted cheesy potatoes, she kind of like sits on top of it. Like I don't know how to explain that, but if you have a cat, you know what I'm talking about. Perching on their shit.
I will walk over
I
to
know
her,
that.
and I will try to get her to follow us with animal handling, and I will use my inspiration on that.
Okay.
Well, you know, no,
She's no. she kind of like swipes at you a little bit.
Okay, Arcadia, you try. You've got Amazon training.
Pythor says a little help.
Help with what?
Arcadia,
Where are my pants?
Arcadia takes a piece of jerky out of her bag and holds it in front of the cat, but out of its reach, and starts walking out the door.
The cat starts sniffing it and starts to follow. And as soon as the cat gets up, Pythor rushes over to the cheesy potatoes and starts to eat.
Ugh, God damn.
he's gonna whisper under his breath, "You're king, ladies and gentlemen."
I'm leaving
Yes,
the room.
that's me. I'm the king. What do you want?
You heard that?
I hear everything.
He's going to just kind of pale a little bit and just quickly try and walk away and follow the group.
Hey, where's my kid at? Or the other one, the princess, the queen, Honora. Where's she at?
Oh, we're
just
working
trying
on
to
that.
figure that out, Your Majesty. We'll get back to you on that.
Where's my sister?
Where is Kyra? Is she there?
She is
No,
not.
she was back at the amphitheater. I'll say she's at the amphitheater.
Oh,
Sister's a pickle, by the way. How does that work?
I don't know. I got a pickle. Tickle my pickle.
Ah,
Uh,
could have walked into that one.
It's a good thing Arcadia is out of earshot.
He was not gonna say anything else after that, and he's gonna just follow after Arcadia.
Okay. And as you're walking out the door, Pythor yells, "Food!" Anyways, okay. And as y'all are heading back, the male, the head servant comes up and says, "The The hell that thing come from? Pointing at the cat.
It's our new pet.
Is Arcadia's rhino still where she left it with her stuff?
Yes.
She'll go and give it a pat and tell it to just wait there for her. Well, she doesn't need to because she has a telepathic bond with it. She'll just give it a pat, though.
And when you're doing that, the rhino looks at you jealously.
She'll reach into her pack and give it some food. Give it some of her dried chicken.
Okay. And with that point, let's take a break here. I gotta pee, and these cats are gonna eat me. Alright, let's come back 10:10 or 10 after. So our stream, we'll be back in like 10 minutes. So if you go away, come back, bam, and bam, and bam.
Step on my balls, mommies.
What the fuck is that? Town drunk, Steve?
Pants grab.
You fucking like that, BJ? Fucking like that?
That step on my balls sounds like Steve. Oh, okay.
A very odd man. Alright, we are back. We're back. Shit, as soon as that sneeze. Okay, right back. Alright, so, once we leave the palace, you see a group of people approaching you. It's a group of guards, and in front of the guards is a short dwarf. He's a ginger dwarf.
Wait, is it the same guy?
Very fancy clothes. What do you mean, same guy?
The one from that we put in the cage or
No.
the box.
It is a different guy. And he approaches you angrily with an entourage of guards. And he says, "You guys are all pathetic. How dare you do the shit you did last night? And you stole my cat. I don't know what you done with my wife or all the shit that you stole from me, but I'm going to find out. I have friends in very high places, and I'm on first name basis with King Pythor and the young Princess Honora. She looks up to me. I'm going to have you exiled from this damn city." And then he turns on his shit and walks away.
Was that Democles or the guy that we had the bet with?
Yes, and as he's walking away, he calls out for Perseus.
Can I contest
I
his
was in
check
the-
with an animal handling check?
If you want to.
I'll give Perseus my best puppy eyes, or rather horse eyes.
So he looks at. So Perseus starts walking to him, and then turns around and looks at the party, and walks back up to Demetrius and plops. And he says, "Come on, get your ass over here."
Perseus isn't going anywhere. He's mine now.
She starts cleaning her paws.
Demetrius, like, apparently we already stole his wife. Do you really want to steal his cat too?
Yes.
And Nico says, "No, that was me."
Of course, Nico, you old bastard. Always you and the women. You always get the prettiest ones.
What can I say? I'm nothing but the ladies' man.
True, you are the most handsome member of the group.
Kerwin, what are you talking about? That's me. God. Fucking knows.
So I'm just looking at this guy and standing next to Perseus.
And he says, "I will get my kitty cat back one way or the other. Horse."
Get in line, pal.
Sir, you already have some of your dignity still intact. Why don't you just walk away while you can?
The man steals my clothes.
I didn't steal anything.
Does something with my wife. My wife.
That was
Now you
want
want to take my cat? I mean, what the hell did I do to you, man?
We had
Okay,
a fair play for it. We had a contest, a gambling, and you lost. That's all there is to it.
We didn't gamble the cat.
Well, you know, the cat is a free-willed creature, and she clearly chose the adventure in life. You can't be an overbearing parent. Sometimes you have to let your kids go.
She's a cat, man. And
I know.
You see him getting visibly upset, and then he turns and walks away.
Nico said he would give the cat back, look for the cat and give it back to Phoebe. So maybe that's what he will do.
No, Demetrius is stealing the cat. Well, we're keeping it on the Ultros, Demetrius says.
Do Do we really want to be making enemies right now?
Yes.
And
We've
Arcadia
got so
says
many
no.
enemies.
She says no because we've already ruined our chances of buying anything in Mitros. So let's not antagonize any more people.
That won't
she
happen
tells-
in this city because Pythor is your dad and you're the princess here. Don't worry about that. I'll take full responsibility.
Then if we get in a battle with these men's guards, I'm not going to fight it.
Fine. Agreed.
Also, it's probably not a good idea to use birthrights in such a way.
What are you
not
talking
like
about?
that. You can't. Princess Arcadia.
She said, don't call me that, and I'm not claiming any birthright.
Usually, the birthrights claim you, not the other way around. Unfortunately.
Why? Are you
I
princess
guess-
too? Sound experienced.
I'm experienced in a lot of ways. Kind of a jack of all trades. I know
Alright, princess.
things.
Well, on to the next place.
That's fair. Please do not make a habit of calling me that, though.
Fine.
Alright, so where do we go now?
I think we're on our way to the Temple of the Five.
Okay. Bada bing, bada boom. Yeah, that's what you do. Fair.
So, 5 gods. So one's a drunkard, and another one's a pickle. Do I want to ask what the other 3 are?
Well, first of all, that would not be a pickle. That is the goddess of trickery and music, Kyra, and she can turn into a pickle using magic, or
Why would
rather,
she want
use it to
to
teleport.
do that?
And well, then there's the goddess of wisdom, which is Kyra's sister, Velis, who is married to the king of Mitros, who is a complete asshole that hates me.
Oh,
Then- Yeah?
And
don't
when
s- I-
and when he says that, Arcadia says, "Gee, I wonder why."
Listen, I
just
didn't
like
steal Augustus's tiger, okay?
As Acadia says that
I mean, Wildcat.
Gravik will give her kind of like a knowing look and then a slight nod, like, yeah.
She just looks at him because she is not going to make any effort to be buddy with Gravik.
Yeah, you're gonna have to get used to that. She's like that with everyone. Give it a few months and she'll warm up to you.
Few months, I might die of frostbite by then.
Probably. You'll have died many times by then. Trust me. So I guess we. What do we find at the Temple of the Five?
Alright, so whilst we're walking down towards the temple, right about here, you see the other bar, and there's an owner or the person out there sweeping up broken glass, and you see a large pile of broken furniture outside. And they,
I have a slight suspicion that we've been here.
and this person looks at you and just says, "Can you please go before you cause any more damage?"
Here, we just have a few questions.
What?
Is there a dragon here? The bar.
No.
Did we have a dragon with us yesterday when we entered the bar?
Yes.
Okay, where did we go?
I don't know.
You don't know anything useful?
The last thing, though. So, You don't remember anything.
No.
It was a wild night.
Well, Kyra and Corbin, the little one here, started playing their instruments, and then this guy with the fancy coat on started playing his instrument, and then everyone started singing, and then Lady Arcadia is her name. Yes, Arcadia. She wouldn't stop singing and challenged and challenged everybody to a karaoke contest where she won every single one.
I knew you'd find your voice one day, Arcadia.
I mean, I say she won because she declared herself the victor each time.
And I assumed that anyone that disagreed was met with a glaring stab.
Yes, and then when we tried to get you guys to leave, Arcadia here decided to climb up the rafters and started singing even louder. And when I pulled out my broom to knock you down, you kept saying, "Go shock him, go shock him," and he threw a plate at my damn head.
Did she at any point lift her top?
Ew.
I just want to add on to her embarrassment.
No.
Yeah, Arcadia glares at Demetrius.
So, I mean, if I am understanding this correct, she's never acted like this before,
Correct.
ever. Apparently, my music has moved her.
So you were involved somehow.
Well, he just said that I was joined in with playing my instrument with them, so obviously she just couldn't resist my talent.
Did you cast some magic on her?
No, I remember about as much as you do. I don't have those kind of spells, unfortunately.
All right.
And Arcadia looks at you and, as she has her hand on her hilt of her dagger, and she says, "And it's a good thing you don't either."
And the keep says that bartender says, "Can you please do that somewhere else? I have enough broken items here from use."
Well, yes, about that. Gravik will cast prestidigitation and try and clean up as much as.
I don't think it works on everything, does it? Let me look.
No, it works like a rather small area, but you can multicast it.
Yeah.
Let's see, prestidigitation.
But it shouldn't get rid of like debris from like broken tables and stuff. But they would get cleaned as if someone had polished them.
Yeah, you clean or soil an object no larger than a cubic foot. So unless you want to sit there for a while. But you can do a little bit, and
Like clean up the worst bits that he could do with that spell, but as he kind of like gets bored and decides not to do anymore, he will take out the 100 gold that he won from Demetrius and give it to the barkeeper.
Hold on. What are you doing, man? I'm going to just like put my hand in front of him and like whisper to him. What are you doing?
We trashed his bar. I'm doing the right
So
thing.
keep the money. We need that
Wow.
to survive.
We did. I thought you said we have 50, or you have 50,000.
Yeah, and you need that money to buy potions.
100 is barely anything. Though I'm giving him. I'm paying
Fine.
the man for the damages we did,
Fine.
and he will give him 100 gold to pay for the damages and any mental anguish that he has or clearly had.
and he looks at you and says, "What's your name again?"
I'm Gravik Thorn.
Gravik Thorn. Gravik Thorn. Thank you so much.
Least I could do. We got a little too carried away last night. My apologies.
Well, you're the one who kept saying something about all the new gods, or all the gods here are wrong, and the only true god is Bahamut?
I'd appreciate it if you didn't say or spread that around too much. I fear I'd get in a lot of trouble with the locals if they heard me saying such things.
And
You can bet on that, friend.
and you asked, I don't know, and he kind of looks over at oh god, what the hell is his name?
Demetrius.
No, not Demetrius.
Or Nicodemus.
Sylvan. Yeah, Demetrius speaks Sylvan, right? Yeah, and he'll say this in Sylvan. He'll say that, and then he'll swap back to common, and we'll say, "Thank you, Sir Gravick. It'd be interesting to hear more about this Bahamut."
Bahamut. But I appreciate you trying to remember the name. I really do.
And how do you spell that?
Don't worry about it. Let's
Well, I don't know.
probably
Like,
move on.
you said that he was some massive, good, big old dragon. Like, he was massive.
He's a platinum dragon, yes. But I'm here to convert anyone. We should probably move on. What did we learn any extra clues here?
So Arcadius is interesting. So you worship a dragon.
I don't really worship anyone. I was raised under the teachings of Bahamut, but I wouldn't say I worship him, but he is a dragon, yes. A lot of dragons worship him.
And whilst they are outside of the tavern, like walking and talking about this, Demetrius will misspeak and he'll say, more fucking dragons pretending to be gods.
Wait, what?
Hmm? I mean, that seems like it happens commonly. We went to an island and we saw a copper dragon that was doing something like that.
Can I insight check that?
Sure.
Grabic, you know that he is hiding something in full shit.
Let's see. Could I do a check to see if I'm like I can put two and two together here, like the five gods, and then like maybe a wisdom check or
Intellect, maybe.
Yeah, do it. Intellect. Do it with. Yeah, intellect. Do DC is 16.
Wow, you must be smart. DC is 16.
Oh, Jesus.
oh
Okay. You are able to put two and two together that he's you kind of
like
get the idea who he's talking about.
slowly stop and just like your gods here are dragons.
I will rush over towards him and I will put my hand over his mouth and I'll look around and say, I have no idea what you're talking about. Don't say anything that will get your tongue cut out.
Yeah. How long has this been a thing?
Oh, I don't know what you're talking about. Any discussion will be left for outside of city walls.
Somebody should
I'll let
like
him
Clyde.
go.
This would be a good point for
Okay,
Clyde
I
to jump in.
see this is a sensitive topic, but I keep this. He's gonna fall silent at that point and just kind of like lose himself in thought.
All right. Do we arrive at the temple now?
Yeah. Yes. So you get up to the temple, and it just looks like nothing out of the ordinary has happened.
That's where we went here. And is there a priest or something there?
There is.
I will approach the priest and ask if we were here last night.
No. Well, yeah, no, because we found one of these out this morning, and he will hold up a statue of Nico.
Oh. of those. Yeah, they're pretty popular these days. Kids spreading them all over town.
Yeah, there's people. It's really weird. There's people running around trying to find all these statues, saying there's some special things.
Yeah, you should hold on to that one. It might become very valuable very soon.
Oh, okay. But yeah, other than that, you stopped. Apparently, you guys stopped in here for a moment. It was praying to something and then left.
So, do you hear a lot of stuff in the city? Has anyone said anything about a dragon?
No. I know that he had the baby dragon with him last night, but that's been about it.
Thank you, friend. May the five protect you.
And you as well.
Arcadia would ask the priest, why are people collecting the statues of Nicodemus? What do they say they're for?
And just scratches his head and says, honestly, I don't get this bad with these kids these days. These things just popped up overnight. I know that the guy down in the Agora was selling them, and then they're all sold out, and now they're popping up all over the city. I don't know why. It must be some new fad or something. I don't know.
Can I take a look at that statue that you have there?
Sure.
He'll pick it up, and he'll do an investigation check on it to see if there's anything not quite out of the ordinary, but like, is there anything special about this?
Okay. It looks just like a normal, all the other statues that you've seen. It's just carved out of wood.
He'll kind of like raise his eyebrow and like, huh. And he'll just hand it back at this point. Still used as he was earlier. Why would anyone want this piece of junk?
Okay.
Arcadia would ask the priest if Princess Honora stopped by, and also did he know what prayer we were doing when we came by?
Yeah, Honora was with you last night, and she said something about a prayer before she takes over, and had to say something to Thalia, and that was it. Is that Thalia? Mitros.
All right. So, I guess we have to go to all of the locations we've been and ask when they last saw us with the dragon. Then we know the area in which the time slot we lost the dragon in, I guess.
Alright. Where first?
Actually, hold on. Can you send me what the bond of the Dragonlords does, or the Dragonlord item? Because I think maybe Corbin can track down vengeance.
Give me a second. I think he has to have something. Hang on, I'm just going to really quick.
He has to wear the Bond of the Dragon. As long as you wear the crown, he can cast Bond of the Dragonlords.
Correct.
He also has Dirge of the Dragonlords, but I don't know exactly what Bond of the Dragonlords does.
So the crown, I don't know, I know I said it last week, but I don't know if people picked up
Yeah,
on
the
it.
crown is missing. He traded his crown for something.
He traded the crown to buy into the gambling game for Demetrius.
Oh, but we won that, right? So he should have the crown back?
And it's not.
Okay, so we need to go talk to that dwarf again. With the, I guess that dwarf was the one that we lost, that we played the game with, right?
Yes.
Yeah, the one
So
that
I
he just
guess-
pissed off.
Well, you know, okay, I might have pissed that guy off, but fuck him. at least now this is not just my issue. We need vengeance back as a group. And that helmet.
Yeah, but now you yet again you have made it harder for us to do things with your impulsivity.
Okay, Arcadia, you might be right, but you know what makes things easier for us? My presence here. So, you know, I carry the weight of my own actions by helping you guys out. So,
Yeah, graphic will just
And
kind of
she
like,
says that remains to be seen.
I'm probably on Acadia's side here. Your presence just seems to complicate things most of the time.
okay. And who are you exactly, Graphic? Did you do the 3 labors and save 2 cities and everything with the party of heroes?
He's gonna like look over at Acadia, just like, was he more of a most of the time than he was ally?
She just says he's about 50-50.
I suppose that's fair for the brutish type. Good job keeping it relatively balanced.
Yes, you good job as well with not being that helpful. So how about you get us that helmet back? We'll follow your lead.
Okay. Where was the person last? Where was he? Where was he heading before you insulted him and made this 20 times harder than it had to be?
He has a mansion in the city.
I thought, was he heading towards Pythor's palace? I don't know, let's track him. Arcadia can go try to track him. See, it should be easy. He had a giant group of people.
He stomped away from the palace after he yelled at y'all.
I'm sorry, Demetrius. I should not be being so critical of you. Just my head is pounding and I am very confused right now. I might be taking some of my frustrations out on you.
Which is silly since we have saved a lot of lives and you have done nothing.
Well, to be fair, you don't actually know me.
And you don't
what I've
know
done.
me.
Well, kinda. I know
you worship a dragon.
Well, apparently so do you.
I don't. I don't follow the 5 gods.
And Arcadia says, wow, so we're talking about this in the open now. Great.
Yeah, think, man, think.
No. Well,
She says, Nico, where does Phoebe live? You know, so we need to return the tiger, and we'll probably found the guy there.
Listen, I'm not going to give away Perseus, who is really cute and nice, to some prick. Now we have to take the crown back by force.
no, let's not do that.
Do you want
Also,
to
that
trade
tiger
the
is
life of this innocent wildcat? And I point at Perseus. Do you want to trade this innocent, sweet being for a magical helmet?
So when you turn to point at Perseus, you see her biting your bag.
It's like, what has gotten into you, Demetrius? You're obsessed with this tiger. You just need to give the tiger back, get the crown, and get the fuck out of here.
I think she's cute. But fine, if you can get that guy to trade, I'll do it.
Well, wasn't he wanting to trade to begin with?
No,
I don't think he just wanted the cat back. I think he. We haven't even talked to him about the crown.
I'll give her some more rations.
Yeah, though it's not really honorable, we do have leverage now, so we might be able to get that exchange for the crown.
And while y'all are talking about this, a group of guards comes running up. There they are, and two people who are in their skivvies comes running up, pointing at you.
We keep running looking into
No,
the
don't run.
consequences of our actions in this apparent.
Do we? Well, I'm guessing, of course, we don't recognize these people in our skivvies because we don't remember anything, right?
Correct.
Gentlemen, I can assure you whatever happened last night was entirely not our fault.
Oh, really? So you coming up and saying, "Hey, nice horse, I'm going to steal your cart," and laughing about it? Wasn't you, huh?
I am stealing
Oh
from
shit!
you. I turn around and I begin running away while Graphic is explaining.
They have you surrounded.
Oh shit.
Yeah. Well, you see, stealing is such a strong word. I prefer borrowing without permission.
I'd almost be okay with that, but then you made us have a judging contest between these two, and
Well, they look pretty talented to me.
yeah, he was pointing at you and Corbin.
Okay. So what do you want from us, pal? Can we help you?
You stole our police cart. You
Okay.
stole our
Borrowing
horse.
without permission.
You stole our horse. You laughed about it, and you stole our dignity.
Okay, who did all of this?
First off, how do we steal something that does not exist?
Remember the horse that was talking to, I think it was Demetrius last week.
He's talking to Nico, and
Or
this is what
Nico.
he said. We just left him outside of the temple. We didn't take him with us, so we're hoping that.
Okay,
you know,
listen,
that-
we'll get you your horse back. It's no problem. We had to take it for a national emergency. Orders of Pythor.
And here's this is what you left, and it's he holds up a little flyer, and Gravik, you notice that it is a page ripped from your book.
Is that a just try to pretend that he did not see that. Your wagon, it's actually it's parked behind the temple of some Titan god.
Sidon.
What was that?
Sidon. Who doesn't know Sidon?
Sidon. That's it. Sidon.
You need to learn those names real fast.
I'm sure I will pick it up eventually. But yes, your cart wasn't stolen. It's out at the back of Sidon's temple. You can go pick it up whenever you want. Just you might want to clean out the trunk or the chest on it before you
Ew!
And then they'll say, and so what? You just expect us to let you go?
What do you mean, let us go? You know
Well,
who
these
we
are the
are.
heroes of. Yeah, these are the heroes of
Just
chosen of the Oracle. I think, right?
just because that they may be the Oracle's champions doesn't mean that they're above the law and can break it and do whatever they want.
Well, of course
I
not,
mean-
but surely the law can be a little lenient towards such important individuals. He's gonna just start like he's trying to I can't think of the word. He's trying to showcase how amazing they are by gesturing towards them and just moving around them. Can
okay,
you
so-
really see?
The screen grays out and a little dice pops up, and in the bottom he has to click the plus, and he clicks on friends, and he gets a little 1d4 bonus.
We are now playing Baldur's Gate 3.
Yeah, I don't understand. Okay, you guys.
So the guard says, so we can't just let you go. Maybe a little punishment and a little slap on the wrist, and then you maybe that'll work.
So let me get this straight. You want to punish the champions
For stealing property, yes.
borrowing property. Let's clarify that right now. You can go pick up your cart whenever right now. So it's more about So you want to punish us, even a slap on the wrist? Well, maybe we won't want to protect your city if another like natural disaster happens, or maybe an angry titan or god comes around because you treated us so poorly.
And Demetrius is
And-
nodding along. He's nodding along.
And who are you again?
Well, I'm the hype man for the Oracles of the Champions of the Oracle. Graphic Thorn, thank you. And he does like a bow with his arms held out.
Good
And-
work, Graphic.
And they'll say, well, you put it that way. We don't give a shit.
Well, you tried, man.
Oh, so I guess when you're
You had a cool story going.
Well, we do have, the god of battle. He's our king.
And,
Oh,
you
you mean
know,
our
our
friend,
close friend who was partying with us last night.
You'd probably be okay with this punishment also.
Let's see, what punishment
Well,
did you
let's
have in mind?
actually let's go talk to the king ourselves right now. He might be a little predisposed. I mean, he was a little hungover, like he was out partying with us all last night. So, but if you want to like interrupt him, like we can go talk to him right now.
No, by this order he signed this morning with his this order that was signed this morning, she gave us permission.
I'll explain to Graphic. It's just his aide that signs paperwork. He doesn't even know about it.
So you heard him. Hey, so like we can actually let's talk to him ourselves. Like we got nothing but time right now. Come on, let's go. And he's gonna like start walking towards the palace.
And when you start moving, they the guards kind of hold their spears out.
Oh, that you do not know what you're getting yourselves into. You know that, right? Like the whip. Okay, I tried to warn you. If you don't want to take my advice, it's on.
Arcadia's like, yeah, what punishment are you going to hand out? She's looking a little
Oh,
right now.
yeah, pull a. Have you ever heard of a switch?
Maybe like the thing that you like turn like something on with, like a switch.
So
like,
we're
Oh.
gonna do it that way, huh? And I begin cracking my knuckles.
Arcadia says, come here. Okay, go ahead, hit me.
And when this is about to happen, you hear, "It's okay. It's okay. I'll handle this." And walking through everybody is Babocles. He's nicely dressed, and he looks he had a nice bath
What the
and all
fuck,
that stuff.
Babocles? Why are you betraying us like this, man?
So, who's the bitch now?
No, Babocles, my lucky charm. Come on,
Yeah.
man. Let's go gambling.
Fuck you.
Okay, how do we make this go away? You don't have to make it personal, okay?
Well, we had we were doing good, and I even kind of, I might have made a little side bets when you made your bet, and I won pretty well too. And well, when I woke up this morning with my bag, or when I got back to my house with my bag, I pull out the bag and it's just this shit. And he throws down the bag, and a bunch of Nico statues pop out.
Fuck. I think you got drunk and bought a lot of those.
No. How could I?
They're all over the
Because
city.
how could I? Because you kept me locked up as your lucky charm. Remember?
It worked, but listen, it's very unfortunate that you had to go through this terrible experience, right, Graphic?
Yeah, you know what? You have this one, Demetrius. I already
Oh,
tried my hand
no.
at the guard.
Right, but we're kind of busy right now. We have something important to do, so we don't have time for this.
I don't give a damn what you have time for.
Okay, how about we help you get your money back?
The money that you stole? Okay.
There hasn't been any stealing going on, okay?
Well,
we are the heroes. We don't steal.
Your princess did. She thought it was hilarious.
We have never stolen anything in our lives, and I say as I pet
Yep.
Perseus.
Yeah, yeah, when Babacles says you're a princess, is he referring to Arcadia, or is he talking? Do you think he's talking about Honora?
You want to ask?
Which princess?
And he looks at you confused.
Oh, never mind. It's Honora. How about we help you get your money back from Honora, and you help us find her, and we'll get you your money back.
Okay, where is she?
Yeah, that's what we're trying to find out.
I don't believe you.
Do you know where our dragon is?
Nope. Last time I saw the dragon was when you were putting me in the trunk, and the dragon was sitting there eating a biscuit.
Damn it. We lost a dragon, and Honora, and your gold.
Last thing I remember before I finally fell asleep was you pulling up somewhere where I woke up today, and all of you was laughing, and the princess saying, "He's gonna love this."
Well, Babacles, since you're my good luck charm, and you are here now, your good luck will lead us straight to Honora.
Eat me.
What? This isn't going. This isn't getting anywhere. Bob, how much would you, how much would we have to pay you for you to let this go? Like, we rented you as a good luck charm. How about that?
How about 50,000 gold?
Babacles, come on, man. I like you. I really do. But at this point, I'm gonna have to punch your teeth down your throat.
Oh, you can certainly try.
I appreciate your energy here, Amitrius, but perhaps dial it down a little bit.
I open my bag of holding and I pull out my halberd just to be sure, and I'm holding it in my hands.
That's not dialing it down. That's dialing it up, Amitrius.
Except don't forget, Demetrius, you're not wearing your armor.
Correct.
All right, I still have that in my bag, so I don't have the AC either.
And well, you say that, but you see, my friends, they got some new toys, and I know that they've been wanting to try it out. And you see four people come up with whips, and when they they say something to the whip, and it kind of electrifies.
Great.
Amitrius, I am not built for torture.
Why are you putting this on me, man?
You know?
I'm not attacking anyone. If you can talk your way out of this, please go ahead.
Nico says, "I ain't doing shit."
I think we should just we gotta talk to the king. Yes, we put away the sparking toy. I don't want to see that right now. Let's just go talk to the king. He can settle all of this. There's no need for whipping, electrocuting. We could just let us talk to the king, please.
Why? So you can have him try to touch on me again?
I'm
it was
sorry,
for good
what
luck,
was
man.
that?
It's a good luck head rub.
Well, Acadia, your father, both ways?
As he says that, I'll say that's kind of a secret, man.
Okay.
We don't really use her origins here as a bargaining chip.
I think you might want to reconsider that, considering what's happening. He's like, as he gestures through the guards surrounding them, and then to Babacles.
I tell you what, quid pro quo. We'll keep something of yours, and then once you bring me back my money, we'll let it go.
Oh, you can have the tiger.
Hold
no,
on.
we have something.
I'd rather you take graphic.
We have something more worth a little bit.
I'm sorry, what was that?
We have something worth a little bit more.
What were you?
You can
thinking?
have the wizard.
Oh, we already have what we need.
What's that?
Something a little crown that your friend here is missing.
Oh, you have the
right,
crown
right.
of the Dragonlords. Yes, that would be worth a little bit more than your hard-earned fortune.
Yeah, something. He Corbin here has a loud mouth and says, he can control his dragon with that thing. Well, yeah, I'm keen on trying that myself. I always wanted a dragon.
Arcadia says, how do we know you have it? Where is it?
I have it.
Like, do you have it right here, or?
I'm not dumb. Just know that you have enemies, and the enemy of my enemy is sometimes my friend.
All right, who do you want dead?
You just want my money back.
Okay, well, we'll go find an ore and get you your money back.
You have till the end of the day.
All right.
And as he walks away, he says, "So long, gay boys."
He was talking about you, graphic.
Oh yes, I am a very happy individual. Why is that an insult?
It isn't. Now, where are we going to find Anora?
Well, who was he? She was marrying someone, wasn't she? Butthaven?
Yes. Where is he?
Like maybe he's gone. She's gone to be with him.
All right. Well, we need to find her as soon as possible to get that money for the lucky dwarf.
Oh, where was he staying?
At the palace, I believe.
Okay,
we
I
did.
guess the plan doesn't change. Let's head to the palace.
All right.
Wait, we haven't been. Is there any place we haven't been? We haven't been to Lutheria's temple, though. No one's gonna. Arcadia's not gonna suggest going there, and she wouldn't be good there.
Wait, where
There's
is
no place that
Lutheria's
we're not
temple on
thinking
this
of,
map? Is there even a Lutheria's temple? It's like
It-
Sidon, the Five, and
It's south. Yeah, it's near Sidon's.
well,
Let's go. We never asked Pythor any questions.
True.
So we could head back up to the palace and see if she's gone back there, because she has to go back there for her wedding anyway.
All right. Let's do that. Good idea.
Okay. All right. Bam, bam, bam. So coming up to the shrine, the rhino is not there. And we come here.
Where's the rhino? Arcadia's going to reach out to it. Telepathically.
Let me see. I'm just going to look up that spell really quick. There's the bloody thing. So, reaching out, oh, communicate. Okay, so when you reach out to it, oh yeah, I know that. When you reach out to it, it tells you that some guards came and took it, and it is currently locked up outside of some temple.
Does it know which temple?
Rhino doesn't read.
And she can it tell me what the surroundings look like? And she's from Astoria for the most part, so would she recognize where it is?
It is south, and the markings were. I mean, she's kind of like in a shed, like a horse stall.
I believe Feinstein does learn a language.
Yeah. Oh no, it does. And yeah,
Like if the guards are saying we're taking it to the Temple of Ix or something, the beast would understand that bit.
I know
Correct.
that's why she is talking kind of back to her. But they didn't say, we're taking her to blah, 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 blah. They let her.
You have one night of fun and then suddenly the entire city turns against us. No reason.
And Arcadia says, he says we were having fun.
I started to think it wasn't for no reason, but we definitely need to restrain ourselves in the future.
I guess.
Coming into the palace, people are running around frantically, still getting ready for the wedding. And the servant comes up. Have you found her yet? Where is she? She has a dress fitting here in a couple hours.
Arcadia says she's not here.
No. She's not here.
Talk to Pythor and see if he remembers anything.
Good luck.
Okay, can I borrow... Do you have a pitcher of water? Ice water.
And they kind of look at you, and it's your funeral.
Just hand it over, please.
I'll hand you a pitcher of ice water.
Okay, let's go find the king. And he's gonna walk over where they last saw him.
And he hasn't moved.
I'm going to
He's
stay
back.
outside.
He's still on the floor. He's passed out in his cheesy potatoes.
Okay, so he is gonna like gently put the pitcher down, like just a short distance away from the king, back up, and just give me a second here. And he is going to cast Control Water. And he's going to make the whole thing just fly out of the pitcher and just splash all over the king.
Roll a d20.
D20. Oh no.
Well, he didn't ask you, are you sure?
No effect.
He's going to...
Come on, give him a little slap. Give him a little slap.
No, I am not. He is gonna look at him, just kind of like.
And soft snoring is coming.
He's still covered in water, correct?
Yes.
He is going to cast a cantrip zap on him.
Shit.
Are you sure?
I'm staying outside of the room, by the way.
Yeah.
And I will be giving him a thumbs up. I'm saying, Graphic, good idea.
He's gonna back up as far as he can from him and just like. Just gonna sigh heavily and cast zap. And give him a little shock.
Okay. Roll a d20. And it zaps that he pops up out of it kind of pops him up in the air, and you see him kind of wake up a little bit and roll a perception. Okay, and that is what you notice. And then he kind of does he does a big stretch, and he says,
Graphic's just going to like look away down at the floor, just shit. He's like still looking away. Your Majesty, do you remember where you last saw your daughter?
Who are you?
Demetrius, get your ass in here.
I don't respond.
I'm with the Oracle's champions. I'm just kind of their spokesperson for the time. Can you answer the question, please, Your Majesty?
He kind of looks around
Arcadia's
really
just gonna
quick.
barge in. Arcadia's just gonna barge in and says, "Where's Honora?"
And Amitrius will follow her, and he says, "Damn it, Arcadia, you're ruining the fun."
And when he barges in, he looks very embarrassed to see his daughter seeing him in the nude, and he covers himself up really quick. And he says, "Why do you have to be so loud?"
Don't worry. She sees me naked all the time.
Yeah, but you I mean, look at you, look at me. I mean,
You know, not bad. You've got that dad bod going on.
Mm-hmm. Women love that bod. Oh. And he does another. He kind of calls for his hammer, and the hammer jumps up, and he like puts it behind his back and like stretches himself up, and you hear big old cracks coming from him.
Okay.
And he says, "Where is Honora? She's not with you?"
No. We might have misplaced her somewhere.
What happened?
And Pytha, and then Arcadia would actually say, "Well, what do you remember of last night?"
Well, I remember y'all coming back and saying, "Dad, we got hookers," and went in and we just had a big old party, and it was fun. Even my other kid she was like you. She was having the fun too, and you weren't so stuck up. It was nice for once to see your hair down.
I don't remember Happy Arcadia, but I wish I did.
Oh, Happy Arcadia is a good time.
Arcadia is visibly getting really angry. And she said, "You said we brought hookers here?"
That's what Honora said. I never heard of this term, but apparently, Fancy Boy here said that's what they call him over in some fantasy land he's from.
They were just fans. Don't worry about it.
I've never hired a hooker, prostitute, lady of the night. No. Are you sure you're remembering that right, Your Majesty?
Was it you? Yeah, you're the one with all the colors on, right? Yeah. Is it you or him? And he points like to the space next to you.
Definitely him.
So Arcadia says, "So that's what Honora said to you." She said, "Dad, we brought hookers."
Yes. And then we had a lot of
Honestly,
alcohol.
that kind of sounds like Honora.
A lot of alcohol, a lot of food. Somebody brought the cat. Yeah, the cat was here. And then, the next thing I know, I'm getting zapped awake, and that was the best zap I've had in a long time.
Okay. I thought you were going to punch him through a wall.
Nah,
Alright.
he helped me out. You know, I can't hurt a man for helping me.
You guys did say he was a god. I figured a little zap wouldn't really hurt him.
How did he help you out?
He kind of looks embarrassed and says, it's a man thing.
Let's not talk about this. It's not important.
Well, is there any place that Honora got those fans or woman of the night from?
No. I remember So I said something how funny it would be to go and I wish I could go and pee in somebody's place, but I can't say their name. And Demetrius, you thought it was hilarious.
Who is
and,
it?
And I can't say their name.
Come on, man. It'll stay between us. You can trust me. We've always been good for you.
Well, I can't say his name, but y'all thought
His
it was...
name?
Yes, I can't say his name. But y'all thought it would have been... Well, not y'all, but Demetrius and Corbin thought it would be hilarious.
Was it Sidon?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
Did you encourage us to take a piss in Zidon's temple?
I can neither confirm nor deny that.
We may have completely destroyed the place.
I don't know anything about that.
Did you pick up Sidon's statue and smash it to pieces?
I did not go anywhere.
All right.
I did not leave the palace. My guards can
I
attest
think
to that.
we need to go back to Sidon's temple and give it a thorough search. All right. Thanks, Pythor.
My pleasure.
Probably
can you ask the servants to come in? I'm thirsty.
All right. And this guy
Yeah,
is not with the party yet. And I pointed at Graphic.
I don't think so.
That was rude of you, but okay. I guess
We earned those. We earned that name hard won. You're not getting it day one.
Okay.
Want to be one of the
makes sense,
chosen heroes?
But also, your Majesty, have you ever heard of Bahamut?
Nope. And it, like when you asked him, like it was like a snapshot. No.
Could I insight check that?
Sure.
Inciting a god, yeah, good luck.
You believe he's telling the truth.
No. Strange. Figured you would, but maybe not.
Never
let's
heard.
head back to the temple, guys.
Nope. Never heard of this. Bahamut.
Oh, but you're he's gonna look over at Dimitri, just in Arcadia, just like probably shouldn't say it.
I'm a what?
You are a powerful god of
You're
battle. Let
an
us
amazing
quickly
king.
go to the Sidon's temple.
You're an amazing and wise king. I figured you would know him. Have a good day, Your Majesty. And he's gonna quickly kind of rush out.
I'm a what?
I just said you're an amazing and wise king. I figured you would know the name Bahamut.
I've never heard of Bahamut. Never heard of that
That's
before.
unfortunate, but anyways, have a good evening, Your Majesty, and we will let the servants know to bring you some refreshments.
Have a good day, whoever you are. And can you please find Honora though, because isn't she getting married in like 2 days or some shit?
Yes, we will. We will find her.
Thank you. Yeah, pretty soon.
And as we have exited the palace, I will say to him, "You almost just died."
What do you mean?
They can and will kill you, so don't test them.
Yes, the bad vibe there when I started asking.
Yes. Forget about your stupid god. You're in a new place
Oh.
now with different gods.
Not really stupid, but well, you see, he's basically the god of dragons, so it's weird.
Sure. It's always some. Yeah, and you know who's the god above that? That's my god.
Who's your god?
Exactly. Everyone is always talking
Right.
about how their god is the true god above all of the other gods. Right now, you're here on these islands, and there are just a few gods.
I suppose it feels kind of empty compared to what I'm used to, but 5 dragon gods isn't the end of the world. It's kind of refreshing.
Arcadia's going to go over and interrupt and say, basically, I'm going to tell you this once. No one knows their true nature except for us, and it's best it stay that way. You shouldn't even know this, except for someone with very loose lips.
It was an accident. I'm hungover.
I understand that, but why? What's wrong with dragon gods?
Listen, the gods have powerful enemies that want to kill them. Revealing anything about them at all could endanger their lives and thus your life.
I understand. I will refrain from mentioning it any further.
So we go into Sidon's temple again.
Okay. So,
And yeah,
when you are, what's that?
Is this where is this where she thinks the rhino is? Is there a shed nearby?
There is.
Or no? Oh, okay. Just gonna walk over to the shed.
Okay. Looking at the shed, you hear muffled, like animal noises.
Alright, she doesn't see any guards. Does she listen at the door? Does she hear any guards?
She does not.
Alright, she's gonna open the door.
And inside, you see your rhino.
Alright, she's gonna, can she unlock is it locked? How is it locked?
It is locked. It's a padlock.
I'm gonna try my thieves' tools.
Ooh,
oh yeah, you're a rogue.
With inspiration.
okay. Okay.
Actually, can I try to help?
How?
She is not looking for your help.
Ooh.
Okay. Well, he's a jack of all trades, so he'd probably have some talent with that. Like, he'd just be leaning over her shoulder, trying to, like, give her direction. Yeah, no.
She's ignoring him.
I will put
Yeah.
my hand on Graphic's shoulder and gently pull him back as why are you annoying her? Just let her do her thing.
And you unlock it with ease.
See? No problem.
She says, come along. She says, come on, yeah.
And the rhino like gives you a little like some love, like gives you like a little rub against with his snout, and then will come out.
Is there anyone else here in the...
And at this moment, Arcadia, you see. Actually, everyone rolled me perception.
In the tower?
Yes. Alright, so, funny enough, Amitrius and Gravik, you see, like a little, kind of like right outside of, like, the path heading up to Sidon's temple, rolling down a hill, like rolling down towards y'all, something metallic that looks like it's bound in leather straps.
I will run up towards it.
And
Is it circular in, like, does construction, or is it more like a disc or wheel rolling?
it's kind of like a football shape.
Okay.
So when Amitrius, when you go running up to it, you realize that it is Nyx that is bound and like wrapped up in leather straps.
I will take it and I will look at where it came from.
And
I will look up the hill. Is there someone there that rolled it down? Or?
There's not, but it definitely, the only path, like where the path ends, is Sidon's temple.
I will open the straps and see if there's if she is damaged, or at least I would be able to see if she's in a bird shape.
Oh yeah, she's definitely a bird, but she does not look damaged. Well, from what you know, like I don't know how often you get close to Nyx, but she appears to be.
I
fine.
mean, it's a metal bird. Like, anyone can see if it's damaged or not.
Yeah,
I will give it
it's
back
not
to
bent or anything.
Arcadia.
Arcadia was busy patting Thea on her, rubbing her snout, her little nose horn. She didn't notice any of this.
Like Gravik seeing this, would just be like, is that a robotic bird?
What? It's a metal bird.
Same thing.
I have never heard of that strange word you said.
I'm sure you haven't heard of a lot of things.
And I'm sure you have, Mr. Wise Guy.
Well, I am a member of the Bard School of Lore, so yes, I have heard of a lot of things.
Never heard of it. There is
Well-
no such school.
Yes, I kind of know that. Like, we were just over that. You don't really know a whole lot of things. If I'm
Oh,
looking
yeah,
at
about your-
head in, I will you for
You-
bashing people's in.
You hear that, Arcadia? A guy who can't even name the gods says that I don't know anything.
It's fair.
And she turns around and she sees, I'm guessing, that Demetrius is holding Nyx.
Yeah,
Yes.
he's giving it to her.
And Nyx flies out of Amitrius' hand really quick and starts running or flying up to Arcadia and chirping very what's the English word? Very fast.
Oh, what did she tell him?
Emphatically, there he is.
Oh,
And
okay.
I
And
will
so
tell,
what you hear, Gravik, is she actually doesn't sound like a bird. She sounds, well, she sounds mechanized. Like, to you, it would sound like, I guess, a robot. And Arcadia says that, tells the party that Honora and Vengeance are locked up in the basement of the temple. And Honora fought off some guards and tossed Nyx out the barred window.
How the hell do you know that?
Because Nyx just told me.
And as soon as you say that, Corbin just takes off running towards the temple.
Alright, we will...
Shouldn't we come up with a plan? Okay.
Corbin and plans, no.
Don't worry, the plan is kill him.
Straightforward and stupid, but yeah, let's go commit suicide. He's gonna like with a
That's
heavy
too
thought. I just start walking in the direction.
So coming up to the temple, there are two acolytes who are outside cleaning, and they tell you to go away, that you have done enough already.
Oh no, what are you talking about? We haven't done anything. We just came here to worship at this fine temple of yours.
Bullshit, we know who you
You're
are.
kidding me. Alright, the jig's up. Take us to the prisoners at once.
They look at each other. What prisoners?
That you're keeping in your basement.
We don't have a basement.
Take us there or I will chop off your heads. How about that? And I will
Look.
begin ascending the stairs.
Look, I'm not. I'm serious. We don't have a basement. We don't have any prisoners. What are you talking about?
Listen, a metal bird told us that some guards are keeping prisoners in the basement of this temple.
Do I look like a guard? He looks like a 17-year-old ginger, like thin stick boy. Like,
All right, fine. Then just stay out of our way. We'll search the place ourselves.
but my lord, we're told not to let you in. You
Okay.
You've done too much damage already.
Told by whom?
Well,
my friend.
the fact that we know what your signature looks like, and it's painted on the wall back there in red paint,
And you don't think
and you're
forgeries
covered
exist?
in red.
Look at this place. Look behind you, man. What do you see?
I see a destroyed temple from you.
What do you think is easier? To topple a statue of Sidon and chop off its head? Or to kill a small little human?
Okay, go. Like, jeez.
Thank you. Let's go, guys. We have to search this place.
sometimes the intimidation ray is the quickest way. Good job, Demetrius. Like I said, when it comes to bashing Converti,
So,
Wait, what did you say when it comes to
Arcadia would-
fashion?
bashing in skulls.
Oh yeah, okay. Sorry, your voice is falling away a bit.
Arcadia would just ask Nyx to lead them to the basement.
And she flies right over to this door here. And you go over to that door, and there are stairs leading down.
Right. She says, do we actually want to make a plan before we go down here?
I should probably put on my armor.
It'll take like 10
I thought you
minutes
left
to do
your
that.
armor back in your room.
Was it in my room or was it in my bag of holding?
Thought it was
You
in
just
room.
said you're not wearing your armor. You didn't
Oh yeah,
specify.
okay, I left it in my room then. I mean, I put it on my sheet. I put it in my bag of holding.
And if you
It
would've
would
sit
take
here-
too long anyway.
Yeah, I would say it would probably take about 10 minutes, and might be other people around here by then.
All right. Well, without armor, it is. It could possibly go wrong.
Okay, are we going down?
And so then is Nico not wearing his armor either, then, because he's dressed in the robes.
Correct.
So as he's seeing this, I guess Demetrius and all of them, no, without armor. Let's see what I have. Yes, he will cast mage armor on mine fighters, since they're not wearing any armor, so that would probably be better than nothing.
Okay.
So who's that? That would be Demetrius. Where is he on here?
I think
Yeah, I'm,
Demetrius, Nico, and Corbin.
Oh, there you are. I see you now.
Yeah, because Corbin is bare-chested, so he wouldn't have his breastplate of Mitros on, I'm guessing.
Yeah.
And I think mage armor persists in bear form. It's a magical effect.
Okay. What is... There's 3 aura protections. Alright. So... We... Start this... Oh, God. Why the hell did everyone...
As,
Everyone just disappeared?
you have your armor on, Arcadia.
Yes, Arcadia has her armor on.
It was weird, you two just got kicked. Captain Arcadia got kicked out.
Is there a hotspot internet?
Oh,
Yeah.
here we go.
Oh yeah. Are we
Go
still
ahead,
on
go
Discord though?
Yeah.
Oh, it's about 18.
Oh, this would be really quick. Yeah, actually, you guys don't need to kind of get back on because there's not going to be a battle. And y'all get all. Can you two hear me?
Yes,
Yep.
I can.
All right. So make it quick. Y'all get all ready. Bear Nico appears, and when you come down the stairs, there's 3 guards laying dead on the floor, and Honora is staring at this priest with a dagger, and her teeth bared, and like her teeth are kind of sharp and pointy, and Honora tells.
Wait, Honora's teeth are sharp and pointy?
Correct.
Like
Yeah.
dragon-like, are eyes slit?
No, she just has sharp, pointy teeth.
Oh.
And she's holding a dagger at the priestess, and says that to let her go. She doesn't want to kill you, or she doesn't want to kill any more people, but she's not going to stay here any longer.
And I suppose we enter and say, "Hey, Anora."
And this priestess comes down and hears you and just says, "Please talk some sense into her. I'm so sorry. Like I'm super sorry. I didn't know what was going on until it was too late."
Well, we're here now. Anora, you can calm down. Don't
Wait a
worry,
second,
you
now
don't
when
have to stay here anymore.
Yeah, when Arcadia looks at Honora, and she has these pointy teeth, and she sees the guards dead on the ground, and she hears that Honora says, "I don't want to kill any more people." How does it look like she killed those guards? Are there stab marks where her dagger is?
Yes. And you also and do a up here. Yeah, you're back on the table. Roll investigation in the table, or in the tower side. Yeah, you also notice some blood around her mouth.
And she has pointy teeth.
Correct.
I will look at Arcadia's mouth. just to double check that Arcadia doesn't have pointed teeth.
And the priestess will say, "Look, these guards got what they deserved. I didn't know anything about this until I was busy cleaning up this temple. Supposedly, they found her and her down here passed out, and they decided to lock her up to use as bait. I'm not stupid. I know who she is, and I came down. We were coming down to let her out, and when she attacked our guards."
Well, situation resolved. Anora, right? Is what he's saying true?
Arcadia just walks up and says, "Honora, we're here. It's okay." And then she pulls her aside. And I guess we'll start the next session with that.
Oh, okay.
Unless we want to keep on going.
Well, it'll take like maybe 10 more minutes.
Anora, is this priest telling the truth? I will ask her.
Oh, I woke up down here and I was locked in this cage, and I heard, from what I remember, I heard banging at the door, and all you guys upstairs running out, and no one listened and heard me, and then I tried to keep quiet, and then the guards came down and saw me locked down here, and that was that. I don't know how the dragon came down here or how Nyx came down here, but yeah.
Wait, the dragon came down here?
Yeah, Vengeance is down there too.
Oh, okay, cool.
Is Vengeance
all right.
still in Corbin's bag of holding, or is the bag of holding missing?
The bag of holding's there. The Vengeance is also tied up.
Well, it seems that then we have no reason to question this priest, right? So let's get her out of here.
Yeah, and when I tried to find something in the bag of holding, it just, all this shit was in there, and she like holds the bag and starts shaking it out, and all this money pours out of it.
Oh yeah, I think that belongs to Boba Keys. All right, can you stop shaking the bag, please? And I begin shoveling it all back into the bag.
Okay.
I think that's about 50,000.
Arcadia pulls Honora aside and says, "What's going on with your teeth?"
What do you mean? It was just the heat of moment, and I thought I was going to die, so I stabbed, and then I bit.
Now, are her teeth still pointy?
No.
Oops, Arcadia.
So heat of the moment, maybe?
She said, "Just a moment ago, you had really pointy teeth."
She looked at it
And
and says,
she,
"Sister, you might still be hungover."
Arcadia takes her tongue and she's like rubbing them over her teeth because in Arcadia's mind, she's not saying this. She is wondering if this is some symptom of being the half daughter of a dragon.
That's exactly what I was thinking. And Demetrius too.
Fair enough.
I saw the Gravik saw this too, right?
Yes.
Like them sharp teeth.
Yes.
Could I do a history check or Arcana for like what that could possibly be?
Arcana in the tower.
Okay.
You get some sense. Like you kind of get an idea.
He's going to just kind of like watch what's happening between our Arcadia and her and the princess, and just not say anything, but is watching.
But yeah, I don't know if you would hear her anyway. She's whispering this to her. 'Cause...
Yeah, but they're just like still watching, not really like not really trying to listen, but just kind of like pondering thoughtfully as he's watching the two.
All right. And so Nora says, "Can we get out of here now? I'm so sorry. I fucked up."
It's fine. Don't worry about it.
Really? You're not mad?
Nah, it was fun.
Oh, thank you. If only I can remember everything that happened.
Hey, I would love to hear Arcadia sing.
Alright, so kind of fast forwarding some things. Are we going to return the money to Babacles?
Demetrius would insist on it.
Okay. And so take the money back to Babacles. Babacles says that Aristodemos, or whatever how I pronounce the name, has
Aristodemus?
Yes, has the crown.
Okay, then I'm not giving him the money. Like, what the fuck?
Well, no, after you gave him the money, he told you that he has the crown.
Oh, okay. So he is giving us the crown for the money.
No. He takes the money and then tells you where the crown is.
But what the hell? So we still have to go get our crown ourselves. Okay, well.
Well, you know what he wants to get the crown back. He wants the tiger back.
Okay, well. Okay, so we go to this this other guy, Damocles, I believe, and we ask
Aristodemus and give him the tiger back.
I'm first gonna try to just ask him for the crown.
He says, "Sure, give me the tiger."
Listen.
Arcadius is given the fucking tiger.
Can I please have a minute here, Arcadia? I have to say goodbye, and I just want to know that this tiger is a conscious and living creature. You know, it's not a fun toy. So I'm going to kneel down in front of the tiger, and I'm going to ask, "What's that, girl? Do you want to go with him?"
And she sits.
And I will walk over to him, and I will give him a piece of ration, and I will observe what the tiger wants.
And the tiger will walk over to him and nuzzle him and eat the ration.
So pretty much acting the same way that she was with Demetrius.
Yes.
Okay.
Typical
Well,
cat.
Typical cat, exactly.
Yeah, so, okay, so he's fine with it then.
And Phoebe will come out and tell Nico that she collected all the statues, but that she has a good life here with her husband, and she is going to try and patch things up with him.
A happy ending.
Happy ending for all. Now,
as Demetrius walks away, and little tears form in his eyes, and he closes his eyes and he says, "Damn, is someone cutting an onion?" He has to say goodbye.
Oh. So, that is the a night to remember. So,
Hold on. Before we settle that, as we settle all the issues that we had, he's gonna walk up to Arcadia once he can like whisper to and then we'll hear, "If you want to know what's wrong with your sister, talk to me later." And you'll kind of just nonchalantly walk away.
Interesting.
Okay. And by the way, you said, "Oh, happy ending for all." Not happy. Not happy for Arcadia, because if she finds out who did this to her, she's going to kill them.
Well.
And not joking.
Well, which trickster goddess is known for casting enchantment spells?
Well, here we go. So here's the recap of the night. Y'all started drinking at the Dragon's Tooth. You eventually went to a club where Demetrius and Nico were recognized and invited in. Obviously, you were not allowed to bring in your weapons, so Aesop, being tired, offered to take your weapons where you went home. After a little bit of drinking and dancing, Arcadia was still being very sour, so the princess went and said she would go get everyone some water to help sober up, and that is where she decided to you see her putting in like little drops of something in your drink.
Except I'm guessing Arcadia wouldn't have noticed that.
No, this is just how everything that happened. After some more drinking and dancing, this is when Arcadia, that's where you guys all kind of lost your memories, and shit went crazy. You started getting up on a table to dancing. Nico especially had a little group of middle-aged women that seemed to love him. One of these women that seemed to almost follow Nico around mentioned that her husband was partaking in a very high-stakes poker game. Leaving there, you found yourselves at the Agora, where Corbin challenged a wrestler, aka Bautista, to a duel in the death, winning but sparing the man's life by booping him on the nose. After this, you went to the gambling den, and winning all that. After you won all the money, you made Aristodemos get naked and stole everything he had. After this, you went back through the Agora, coming across the market selling small items of the oracles chosen. Nico used some of the money they won gambling to buy every single clay statue of himself. Then he tried to tried multiple times to purchase the large statue of Corbin, but he was told his dad made the statue and it was not for sale. And then Corbin obviously later stole the statue. At some point, you decided to piss off Aristodemos even more. You went into his estate where Nico left for a while. Bing, bang, boom, you can probably guess what happened. The others, led by Cairo, thought it would be hilarious to steal his pride and joy tiger that he keeps in his mansion. Then they sent then y'all went back to the palace and partied with the cat, leaving the cat in there. And at multiple times, y'all went back to the pub, picking up different people, and went and took it back to the rooms which were trashed. As you left the pub, Corbin decided to lock Babacles in the police wagon now that the cat was gone for quote-unquote safekeeping. Finally, after more partying at the temple, Pythor mentioned how it would be funny to piss off Sidon, and Corbin and Nico and Demetrius misheard it as piss on Sidon. So you went to all of you went to the temple, goading Honora to come with, snuck into the temple and trashed it before passing out. 2 guards arrived after searching around, found Honora down in the basement, thinking she would be a good hostage. And then after the priest cleared you out, or ran you guys off, started cleaning up, she noticed that she heard 2 of the guards told her what had happened. She went down with a group of guards who let her out, and that's when Honora went ape shit and caught him. And that's what happened. But bing.
We got roofied.
Yes, by Honora. That's why, but she said, "I'm sorry, I fucked up." That's what she meant.
Oh. I thought she just meant that we went on a wild rager and destroyed half the city.
So hopefully Arcadia never finds out, because apparently she will kill her.
Well, she
it's
didn't.
Just,
Yeah,
it's
she
just a
didn't.
cute little prank.
She didn't say that to. Well, she didn't take it as. Honora just said I got fucked up. She didn't. You didn't say that she said it to Arcadia, or maybe she did, but she just figured she meant it in general.
Yeah, she said it. Yeah, like, yeah.
Demetrius immediately brushed it off.
But yeah, that's what actually happened. Obviously, you won't know who roofied you unless you ask around, maybe.
Non-consensually spiking your friends with drugs is fun.
Yeah.
Yeah,
What a cute
wait,
prank.
did she only do that? Did she only do that with Arcadia, or did she do that with everybody?
Everybody.
Ah, okay.
Hence why we lost our memory.
That's why you have no memory, exactly.
Yeah, well, Arcadia will say to Honora, she'll say, I didn't drink, and I don't know why I don't remember anything.
And
she says,
Hold on, you drank a lot, Arcadia. I remember we asked that bar guy, and you were drinking.
yeah, you weren't drinking up until that point, but afterwards you were drinking.
yeah.
After you
And
get
singing.
And
She was singing as well.
Maybe you'll come across a bard someday. Come across a bard someday who will regale you in your song.
You should take a level in Bard.
Good thing there's no cell phones, cameras, or radio cameras.
Yeah, exactly.
What are you talking about? Bravik was there. He's as good as a cell phone or camera. He just needs to remember.
Yeah, just remember.
Yeah, he'll remember someday.
Yeah, that's what happened. I just thought it'd be a nice little interlude between, crazy shit happening and have some fun and more crazy shit happening.
These days, someone is going to cast Restoration on us and someday all of them.
Now, I know, like, because her wedding her wedding and apparently coronation is next day. We can just kind of, if you want to stay for that, you can kind of just say it's just a typical wedding and coronation and everything. Yeah, it went all off without a hitch, so we don't have to like RP all that out.
That sounds good.
And then, I guess, on to the mission.
Yeah. Which is what?
We're gonna go to the.
We have a
we would
week
like
to
to
find
go
out.
to the constellation.
Well, I need to know so I can prep it.
No, what I'm saying is Arcadia would have told the party that when she spoke with Queen Valis that the constellation of the Bard will lead us to the island of the Fates, and I know for sure. Well, Camos and Nico and Demetrius were all supposed to talk to the Fates, and she'll also explain to them that she told them to be very, very careful with them because they are tricky and fickle. And Arcadia says yes, because of course I don't know if the name Atropos is in this world, but all she needs to do is do a little snip and we're dead. So she looks pointedly at Demetrius and says, this is not the time to run your mouth.
This is not the time to run your mouth.
Ever. We have a new guy who's running his mouth. Old Gravik.
Wow. But yeah, that's
so I think that's our plan.
Okay. We will.
And if you thought Arcadia was broken before, now she's broken and pissed. This was not. The more she found out about this, she's really, really mad, angry. She's very.
That's good. She can turn that into productivity.
But why? She had fun.
She doesn't remember it, and she takes self-control, especially control of herself, extremely seriously. So the fact that someone took that away from her will make her want to kill them.
Fair. Mirror. Are we keeping that mirror? I think Nico had it.
It seems like it's magical, so I don't know what that means. You'll have to ask Nico. I mean, it says it implied that it was a mirror that he left or somebody left, and she said we wanted to give this back to you before her husband finds out. Was that his mirror?
Yes. All I was saying is because it has proof of Arcadia smiling and laughing.
Like,
Oh yeah. Wait,
just
hold
to
on.
quote, just to quote a play from yesterday. Katie needs to learn to let it go.
Yeah,
Hey.
we're keeping it mirror, of course. Who did it belong to? Cause I'll pay them money. I'll pay them money
It's
for it.
Nico's.
It's Nico's.
Mhm.
Nico has a mirror that can record past images.
Mhm.
Okay, then.
Is this the
well,
first time it's done it, or is it just does it just have that, or what is this like? Does he have a fancy mirror?
You have to ask Nico.
Nico is such a mysterious guy. I swear.
So, Skepta, you went and saw Frozen?
Did?
Aww.
Yeah, it was actually a really good play. I was like impressed. The performance was great, and the special effects were pretty damn impressive.
Yeah. And Boss Lady.
Yes.
Let it go. Let it go. Plus, that little girl sang it earlier today at the amphitheater to Kyra.
Really?
Huh?
Demetrius was just savaging those kids.
Yeah, just leave it, Simon.
Oh, they sucked.
Yeah, they did.
Wow.
They did stuff,
Wow.
to be fair. Come
Who
on,
was
you
that,
didn't find the card 3 times. Why wasn't it? Come on.
Wow.
I guess they're
That's-
kids. I mean,
The deck was broken. Come on, like Gravit couldn't even get it to work.
I think he was trolling you, dude.
He was totally trolling you.
Yeah. He was faking it. He was faking that it wasn't his card. You got it right, man.
Yeah, because yeah,
You rolled
he
a
was,
natural 20.
he was talking shit, or he was trolling. Like, no, that's not my card.
Because Demetrius was like doing the same thing to him.
Oh shit! How dare he?
And the fact that you didn't know until just now is even funnier.
I just think, don't
I thought you were
participate
just,
in a
like-
talent show unless you got talent, unless it's like a cute local thing or something.
Yeah. Well, I wasn't sure if like you had just decided that I failed automatically, or if you were actually the kid was trolling Gravit.
No,
I
the
thought
kid was trolling.
Yeah, he even winked
No.
at Demetrius, like, I got him.
Because he knows who Demetrius is, but he has no idea who Gravik is. So
Yeah, so he doesn't care about your opinion.
Hey, give it time.
Brutal.
Give it time.
That dude is
trolls.
brutal.
Good
Little
trolls.
kid.
Pickle Kyra.
Man, that slip with the dragon was so funny. And you immediately roll a natural 20 intellect.
Yeah, and then he almost let it go, and then or let the secret out, and then he probably we might happen to Gravik tomorrow, next week.
Yeah, I don't think Pythor would have let that go. Pythor turned real scary there for a moment.
Yeah. Like, well, I guess Gravik's all caught up with the party now. There's no secrets.
Yeah, that's why I did it.
Yeah, no secrets
Well,
whatsoever.
Yeah, well, next week, Arcadia's going to ask Corbin, what exactly did the Oracle say we needed to find this guy for? Because she doesn't realize that he's going to be joining us. She's like, what are we supposed to do with this guy?
Yeah, next week we're gonna be like, well, was nice meeting you. Yeah, graphic. And then Corbin is like, no, wait.
No, he has to come.
Well, actually, Corbin, what she just said to Corbin, there is another. She didn't say what that meant.
There is another.
Yeah,
And then,
because we
Corbin's-
already lost one too. So in theory, it's like a dynamic
Yeah.
thing.
Right, and then all she said was there is another, and Corbin said he would introduce Gravik to the Oracle, so maybe more will come out there. Although now Arcadia has a slight vested interest in Gravik because she wants to know what's the matter with Honora. But otherwise, he just annoys the fuck out of her, and she got him yet
Wow.
again.
Wow.
Poor Gravik. Is it because he's a male? Or is it because he's pretty?
No, because he says stupid shit like, do you know how to write? Or do you know how to read?
Yeah.
Or you should smile more?
I mean,
Do you need help with that?
And which is funny because Demetrius can't do either, and he just Gravik doesn't even ask, just assumes.
Yeah.
He could just
pretty
do it in
much.
Sylvan though.
Everything he's heard about like Amazons is like how barbaric are from everyone in the group. So just like you probably don't know how to write if you're a barbarian.
I mean, it's a logical assumption for a Faerunian.
That's
Or
true.
if you're from Faerun.
But he gets misunderstood often.
Yeah. That's the funny culture clash. Like, it's not done to go up to an Amazon and like be like, oh, you need that help, you need explained. Like, Amazons are known to be fiercely offended by stuff like that. Probably centaurs too. Centaurs are offended by everything.
No, not centaurs. They're so nice.
What was the worst thing? Like Gravik's called him Force Man, and what else has he said that might be offensive to Demetrius?
Probably 100 things.
Oh, he's basically just called him like a basically kind of a thick-skulled individual that just knows how to bash skulls in.
I mean, not entirely, but that is like his prevalent mode. But he's pretty serious when it comes to like the grander scheme of things. But he
Right.
does play around a lot on purpose, yeah.
Yeah. Like basically, you got Demetrius, who is the intimidating muscle, and Gravik, who's just trying to like, let's just get along with everyone instead of threatening them with murder.
Pretty much.
Ow, my eyes. What the hell? But yeah, it'll be interesting to see what happens next week. The fate. Ralph, he's very vocal right now.
It just seems that a life in Thilia is worth a lot less than in Faerun. Like, people get killed over a lot less. It's less of a big deal. Like, those guards, like, they're dead now, and Honora is just, like, gonna chill and get away with it, and no one cares. That's how this world is.
After all.
Huh.
Yeah, they're just dumb priest guards.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, she is a princess.
But are they dead? I don't know. Anyways,
Oh, that's right. I wonder if Gravik would think to look at them. But Arcadia did say she saw stab marks in them.
And Demetrius didn't care.
Demetrius doesn't care. He would have done the same thing.
Probably. Probably the exact same thing.
Pants grab.
But alright, I'm going to end stream.
What is that saying? Is that saying pants grab?
Yes, pants grab.
But did you die?
But did you die?
To the guard.
Alright, stream, we're going to end it here. I know. We're going to end it here. And we will be back next week. And yeah, we'll see how it goes next week. Thanks for hanging out. And we will see you next week. Goodbye.